It's going.
Here we go.
Are you guys stand by?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Harrisonville, Missouri quarterfinal Friday night from Harrisonville. And wouldn't you know it, it's the Harrisonville Wildcats doing battle against the Webb City Cardinals for the fourth season in a row, Gary. And you know, when you got the two best Class 4 teams in the state, you expect them to play each and every year, and that's what we got again tonight.
Yeah, and it's becoming old hat. You're going to go through some tales of the tape here in a little bit, but it is something that seems to happen every year, and we love it. I'm sure they love it, and looking forward to a good game this evening.
It'll be an awesome game. You know, Harrisonville, both teams got a chip on their shoulder coming in this ball game. I think Webb City's on their redemption tour. They're ready to try to get back onto a state title. They haven't won in 2 years. That's a drought when it comes to Webb City. So they're ready to prove that this 2-year drought was not a fluke, that they're back on top of the mountain. But at the same time, Harrisonville, they're tired of everybody talking about Webb City and how the only reason they won last year was because Webb City was down, Kearney was down, everybody was down. So they got a chip on their shoulder as well. So it's, you know, it's a collision course. It's coming down to it, boom, they're gonna punch each other in the mouth tonight. We talked about the tail of the tape. This is like two heavyweights going to battle, so we might as well have a tail of the tape. Since 2002, when Fred Bouchard took over the Harrisonville program, Webb City is 202-17. Harrisonville is 179-31. 16 district titles for Webb City, 14 district titles for the Harrisonville Wildcats. 14 state quarterfinal trips for the Webb City Cardinals, 12 state quarterfinals for the Harrisonville Wildcats, 7 state titles for the Webb City Cardinals, 5 state titles for the Harrisonville Wildcats. I know overall Webb's got 13 state titles, but since 2002, since Harrisonville football kind of got put back on the proverbial map with Coach Bouchard, it's not as lopsided as one may say. Now, granted, they do own a 7-1 record over Harrisonville. Other than that, though, you want to go on through this 4 straight playoff meetings between the two in the quarterfinals every year. They won the first 2, we won last year. Since 2002, this one blows me away. The two teams are combined 381-48, 30 district titles, 26 quarterfinal appearances, 12 state titles, and this one's probably takes the cake. Either Webb City or Harrisonville has played in a state title game in 14 of the last 15 years. That's incredible. I mean, anybody that wants to argue that one of these two teams aren't the best 2 Class 4 programs, I'll get in a boxing ring with you.
Yeah, and obviously the last one kind of, you know, pretty much solidifies it all, tells the whole situation. In the state game, Webb City and Harrisonville are 12-2. Each one of them dropping 1 game. So, I mean, out of all those state appearances we've had, I mean, we've dominated. Both teams have dominated. And I think that's what's so nice about and fun about getting to this point. You know, you were talking earlier about, you know, Webb City having a chip on their shoulder. Well, one of the additional chips that they've got on their shoulder is we went to their field last year and beat them down there. So that's going to give them some incentive to want to come up here and beat us on our field.
You're absolutely right. I mean, something's got to give tonight. It's 12-0 versus 9-3. Both district champions again for the 4th year in a row. Webb City wants to get back on top of the mountain. Harrisonville wants to stay on top of the mountain. What's going to happen? We don't know. We got about 25 minutes before we start deciding it all. We're going to take a timeout. We want to welcome everybody watching on 4Ts.com as well as local Channel 6, Fidelity's local Channel 6. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back after this.
Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center in Harrisonville takes the hassle out of buying home appliances. They will save you time and money and give you the same selection as the marts up in the city. So instead of spending hours driving north searching for a great deal, go see the crew at Troby's right here in Harrisonville and get friendly hometown service at affordable prices. With 3 generations of Troby's helping, it's a true hometown business, happy to make you feel like part of the family. Go see them today on Plaza Drive.
From small jobs like an oil change or big ones like fixing a transmission, Young's Auto Repair will get you back up and running in no time. A knowledgeable, friendly staff with a family raised in Harrisonville, Michelle and William know small-town friendly service and good craftsmanship is the key to keeping customers happy and coming back again. So next time you need a tune-up or an alignment with their state-of-the-art alignment machine, give Young's a call at 816-380-6008 or stop in and visit them at 1312 South Commercial, right next to Santa Fe Glass.
Friendly faces and bright smiles greet you every time you walk into one of the 4 Sherwood Community Bank locations in Creighton, Urick, Garden City, or Harrisonville. A full-service bank with new internet banking options to track your accounts and many loan options. That makes Sherwood Community Bank Harrisonville's premier bank. They are the only locally owned bank, and you know your neighbors are taking care of you and your assets. When it's time for a new bank account or a loan for a home or car, think local and think Sherwood Community Bank, member FDIC.
Harrisonville's newest restaurant is located on the 7 Highway exit at the new Sapp Brothers truck stop. Apple Barrel will make your mom smile with daily specials, a home-cooked feel, breakfast served all day, and a breakfast buffet from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. every Saturday and Sunday. Next time you need a good home-cooked meal, come out and see the friendly faces and taste the great food at the Apple Barrel, located inside the new Sapp Brothers truck stop, open from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. daily.
Treatment for minor aches and pains starts with a family atmosphere at Schroeder Chiropractic. They want to get to know you and find the best treatment solutions. The family atmosphere in over a decade in Harrisonville, Dr. Schroeder and Dr. Sharp give residents peace of mind that when the aches and pains are too much, they can come in and join the family at Schroeder Chiropractic next to the Brick House Coffee Bar and Eatery right off the historic Harrisonville Square.
Everybody's schedule is different. Wouldn't it be great if service centers were more flexible with their hours to accommodate your schedule? Good news, the Sapp Brothers Service Center is open from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. and they don't just work on semis. They can work on your vehicle as well. If you work odd hours, get home after 5, or are just looking for a new place to take your vehicle, try the Sapp Brothers Service Center and be blown away with the great customer service and professional craftsmanship. Located on the 7 Highway exit right next to the Sapp Brothers truck stop.
We all have a checklist when it comes to getting car care. No matter what is on your list, convenience, knowledge, affordability, friendliness, Colby's Car Clinic has you covered. Convenience is being right here in Harrisonville and taking care of all car care problems. From an oil change to tires and everything in between, it's your only stop. Knowledge is covered with having an ASC certified master technician. Affordability means they will work with you to not break your budget. And friendliness greets you each time you walk in the door as they treat you like an old friend. Go see Colby and the gang behind O'Reilly's and the Big Blue Building.
Everyone loves a home field advantage. Buying or selling a home should be no different. That's why the Hearn Group, Keller Williams Realty, should be your first call when you're in the market for buying or selling. James and Michael Hearn were born and raised right here in Harrisonville. They know the area and will find the perfect fit for you and your family. Mix in former Wildcat Tyler Hearn and the Hearn Group, Keller Williams Realty as your hometown team with the home field advantage to get you in your dream home. Give them a call today at 816-797-0756 or visit them at www.hearnhomes.com. The easiest place to buy a car just got easier. Max Ford of Harrisonville is getting rid of its 2017 inventory and offering 72 months, 0% interest, and a $1,000 trade allowance with approved credit. If this isn't in your budget, they have over 800 cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from so you can cruise through town in style. If you've been on the fence about buying, now is the time. So go to maxmotors.com while you watch the Wildcats, find a car, and head out to Max Ford tomorrow to get rolling down the road. And stay tuned after the game for our Max Effort Player of the Game.
So you're saying you didn't eat this ice cream?
Baby, I swear on my lucky shirt. I ate it.
Frightening bolt. Seen it, covered it. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Farmers Insurance, Brad Sainer. The Wildcats' most trusted Harrisonville Farmers Insurance agent who's seen it and covered it, Brad Sainer. Visit him in the A-frame on Commercial across from Casey's to get you covered.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Harrisonville, Missouri. We're on the campus of Harrisonville Middle School. Quarterfinal Friday night. The Harrisonville Wildcats, the Webb City Cardinals, set to do battle for the 4th season in a row. Webb City looking to get back to the state title game that they eluded them last year. Harrisonville looking to repeat as state champions, and this is a march on the way to that for both teams. You're listening to your pregame show brought to you by our good friends at Sherwood Community Bank, Harrisonville's only locally owned and managed bank, member FDIC. And now as we get ready to rock and roll here, about 20 minutes or so from kickoff, we'll have the national anthem coming up in a couple minutes. It's time for our keys to the game. For keys to your dream home, get a hold of the hometown team, the Hearn Group, Keller Williams Realty today. Keys to the game tonight, number 1, toe the line. It all starts at the line of scrimmage. You got to control it to control the game. You got to get pressure in the backfield on defense. Got to get the disruption in the running game and their game plan. On O, with the veer, timely blocks, it's going to lead to control of the clock. Those two things, one of the games they did that the best in this year, I thought, was against Platte County. If they can run a similar game plan tonight, they're going to have a shot in this one.
Yeah, and both teams run similar offenses. So the defenses are going to be so prepared for this. I mean, it's not they had to spend the whole week preparing for a different offense. Both of them we're going to run the veer a little bit different for each team. But the defenses are going to be able to understand what's going on. Most of them are going to be disciplined. We should be disciplined because we play against it every day or every day that we practice. Same thing with Webb City.
You know, and with Webb City, when they run that offense, their style of veer is going to be more mesh with that pullback, triple option, whereas Harrisonville's going to run a little bit more pitches to the outside, things like that. So Harrisonville's got to do a good job not selling out against that run too, because what Webb City does is they force you to put 11 guys within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, and then what happens is they either dump pass over the top of you and beat you for a long touchdown, or one of the running backs gets to the outside and gets back by that initial, and there's no safety help, and they go for long runs. They cannot do that tonight, and that's key number 1 of toeing the line. Key number 2, business suits. You got to have the same business-like demeanor we had last week, Gary. Our kids walked out there as if they were there for a business trip. They were there to take care of business. They weren't trying to hype themselves up to think that they could be in that game. They felt like they were in that game, and they got to have that same demeanor tonight. If you get too overhyped, you see what happened to Grain Valley last week. They fell behind early. They were chasing points the entire time, and then that's what happened. So we got to see what happens with that tonight, as they have to have on their business suits, Gary.
Yeah, they have to stay focused. I mean, we know Webb City is going to be focused, and we've got to be the same way. We have to stay focused in what our plan is and what we need to do to be able to accomplish what we want to accomplish through this game.
So, and then key number 3 for me, talk is cheap. You know, that's what the fans get to do. That's what we get to do up here. But, you know, you got to use it as a motivation. Just as much as Webb City wants this redemption, Harrisonville wants to prove to everybody that last year wasn't a fluke, that it didn't matter what Webb and Kearney's records were and that they weren't the number 1, number 2 team, whatnot. They're tired of hearing that too. So both teams are tired of hearing the talk. Webb City wants redemption. Harrisonville wants respect. Something's got to give tonight. You know, since 2008, we looked at it first year in Class 4. Harrisonville can kind of solidify as right now, right here, they're the best Class 4 team if they get a victory tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, even though Harrisonville's record is 9-3, look at them last year. They were 9-3 coming into this game. Webb City, I don't know if they were 12-0 last year when they went into this game. They were maybe 11-1.
They were 9-3 as well last year. So,
you know, but really records don't mean anything. We've talked from the very beginning of the year that it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And we have started playing much better as the end of the year. Bird has been doing much better at the veer and than he was at the beginning of the year. You're seeing Bowers come on like he did in the state game last year, and Reynolds has been solid all year long. And so from the offensive side, you know, we have got a package to be able to to move forward in the playoffs, and as well our passing game. We've got a couple of good receivers, or 2 or 3 good receivers out there that can catch the ball and take it for a distance. So
we'll see what happens. Those are our keys to the game, brought to you by our good friends at the Hearn Group Keller Williams Realty. For keys to your dream home, get a hold of your hometown team, the Hearn Group Keller Williams Realty, today. So we are about 15 minutes or so away from the opening kickoff. We're going to have your national anthem coming up here in just a minute. So we're going to step away for 4 minutes, and we'll be back after this. You're watching high school football on Fidelity, local channel 6 and 4Ts.com. We'll be back after this.
Ready for relief? Absolute Health Chiropractic's professional-friendly staff is trained to get results. Your doctor of chiropractic will analyze the cause of your pain, explain what's causing it, and work with you to get relief. They use effective, tested, proven techniques to relieve your pain and get you back to 100% right away so you can get back to enjoying your life. Absolute Health Chiropractic at 1908 West Mechanic Street in Harrisonville, or call 816-380-2436.
Carol Looney and the staff at American Heritage has been where Harrisonville's turned since 1981 for their dream homes. Carol and her staff will make sure you find the house that's right for you and your budget. They will make sure schools are right for the kids as well. Go see the team that goes the extra mile for you, located next to Sonic at 1000 South Commercial, or call 816-380-6161, or visit the website at americanheritage-realtors.com.
A bad tire can ruin someone's day in a heartbeat, so don't trust your tires to just anyone. Let William at Young's Tire and Wheel Center get you rolling down the road with safety and peace of mind. With their tire warranty and free rotations, they make sure you're well taken care of. So whether it's a spare or a new set of 4 tires, Young's will get you safely to that next Wildcat away game. Act soon and you may be eligible to up to $100 in rebates with certain hand-cooked tires. Go see William today right across the road from the Garage Burgers and Brew on Commercial.
Need a haircut, highlight, beauty supplies, nails done? Good news, Harrisonville has your one stop to answer all these questions. Salon 114 on the west side of the historic Harrisonville Square is a full-service salon with cuts, colors, curls, conditioners, and nails. There is no reason to make multiple appointments and stops. Just go see Amy and her girls and get it all done at once. Salon 114 is proud to sponsor Wildcat Athletics and the Wildcat Cheerleaders Spirit Spotlight.
What is the number one thing people look for when buying a used car? Trust. If you can't trust the person you buy your vehicle from, you can end up with a lemon. Steve Holland at Holland Auto Sales has been Harrisonville's trusted name for used cars since 1984. That's over 30 years in business, earning your trust and giving you confidence that he will be around for your family for years to come. Next time you're in the market for a vehicle, think about the used car dealer that has been around longer than any other. Holland Auto Sales on Commercial, just past Price Chopper.
Harrisonville Wildcats post-game headquarters, Forged by Fire Kitchen and Tap House, is open late to feed your hunger after every Wildcat win, home or away. No matter if it's appetizers to dissect the game or a full meal to celebrate, Forged by Fire is your stop. Try some fried pickles or wings, fill up on the half-pound Boss Burger, or go all out with a hand-cut, made-to-order 16-ounce Kansas City strip. After tonight's game, go to the Harrisonville's premier sit-down restaurant, Forged by Fire Kitchen and Tap House, in the Price Chopper Shopping Center.
Why spend hours and hours scouring the internet looking for the best insurance prices when Stafford and Stafford Insurance can do it for you? They have over 40 employees and agents working for you and your family to match you with the right insurances to have you covered. No matter if it's auto, business, health, life, or home insurance, they will match you with what best fits you and your budget. So stop working so hard and work smart. Give Stafford and Stafford Insurance a call at 816-884-4800 and take the work out of insurance.
Free donuts. Yep, that's right. Fuel up at Sapp Brothers Truck Stop and get a free donut. If donuts are not your thing, wait, what someone doesn't like donuts? Anyway, they do have a full menu of lattes, hot and iced coffees for that caffeine jolt you may need in the early mornings, afternoon pick-me-ups, or late-night work. Bring the kids 12 and under in on Thursdays from 3 to 5 for the Build Your Donut Night. At Dunkin' Donuts, located inside the new Sapp Brothers Truck Stop on the Highway 7 exit, there's a little something for the whole family and convenience to boot with a drive-through and open 24 hours.
Harrisonville's newest paper is your best place for area news and coverage of Harrisonville sports. Dedicated to giving you the stories that are at the heart of the community and business profiles so you can get to know local businesses, they are becoming Harrisonville's go-to news source. With distribution at several local businesses and with subscriptions available, get your hands on Harrisonville's hottest commodity, a copy of the Harrisonville Star, today.
Now with 2 locations in Harrisonville and Belton, your premier pre-owned dealers at Show Me Auto Mall have made buying a car, truck, or SUV even easier. The crew at Show Me Auto Mall wants to make sure you experience hassle-free sales with premier pre-owned cars. With the Show Me Edge warranty, you have a peace of mind that Show Me will take care of you. So when you're in the market for a vehicle, go experience the Show Me difference in Harrisonville across from Walmart or the new location in Belton across from Chipotle.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Harrisonville, Missouri. We're about 10 minutes away from your opening kickoff quarterfinal Friday night from Harrisonville. And as always, it seems in the playoffs, state quarterfinals, Harrisonville and Webb City set to do battle, Gary. It should be a good one.
Yeah, and I was looking over at the stats of Webb City. I mean, they're a pretty balanced team. We were talking about that before the national anthem. They're a pretty balanced team. They've got the quarterback and the 2 running backs that carry most of the load. D. Henderson, number 7, he's got 148 carries for 1,315 yards. And then you've got the quarterback, actually, which has got 112 carries for 823 yards, and Larson, who's got 111 carries for 702 yards. So they're a balanced offense, as you would expect in a true Veer offense. And so our defense is going to have to play well tonight, which we can. We've played well. Last week, I think, was the nice challenge that we had at Grain Valley. They passed a little bit more, but we played a good defensive game at Grain Valley.
Yeah, we did. And, you know, it's all going to start, like you said, Durant Henderson. He's their running back. He's their workhorse, 300 yards last week, 5 touchdowns. He's going to be the guy you got to slow down. But we'll see what happens. You know, it's one of those things. Harrisonville, they're looking to rock and roll tonight. They want to prove what they've got going. They want to prove that last year was no fluke. They want to go back-to-back. They want to get their 6th state title. Webb City, on the other hand, they want to add their 14th. So something's going to give here tonight. Let's run over your starting lineups. Harrisonville's premier starting lineup for insurance is Stafford & Stafford Insurance. Give them a call at 816-884-4800. For your Harrisonville Wildcats, that defensive team that's got to slow down this Webb City offense. Your guys up front, Nick Cruz, Christian Cooper, and Ben Clary around the front. Your linebackers, Isaiah Patrick, Jesse Wallen, Jackson Crowley, along with Brendan Shackles. Jesse Wallen had a great game last week. Sam East as well in there. And your cornerbacks, Nick Laughlin and Jameel Batiste, Jaden Wilson, Zachary Cheney in there as well. But you will also see a lot of number 15, Jasper Davis, number 7, Joe Bowers, and also number 6, our quarterback, Ryan Bird, in there on the defensive side. And those starting lineups brought to you by Harrisonville's premier starting lineup for insurance, Stafford & Stafford Insurance. Call them today, 816-884-4800. And, you know, Gary, it's just almost talk is over so much, to say the least, here, and we're getting ready for some high school football.
Yeah, it's either time to put up or shut up. I mean, play the game. I think both teams are going to be prepared. I think both teams are going to come out businesslike. What I would like to see happen is I would like to see us obviously win the toss as we've done in the past and be able to defer to the second half, be able to stop them on the first drive and be able to go and score. We've been able to do that in the last several games, and then we can come out in the second half and hopefully get the ball and then drive like we have. We've been consistent about that in the last several, probably 4 or 5 games. We've been able to score a touchdown on the first drive and been able to score a touchdown on our first drive coming back out of the halftime.
You know, and something else that has happened in a lot of these games against Webb City, Harrisonville started quick. Last year they had the pick 6. 2 years ago down there, Wyatt Shanker had the kickoff return for a touchdown. And in 2010 when they came up here, first play of the game, an interception by Kyle Livingston, and then we couldn't get it in the end zone. That's just a story for another day. We'll talk about that another day. But bottom line is they've started quick. The problem is they haven't been able to finish. Tonight you just need an even keel game. As you hear the Webb City fans as their team is making its way out, they're going to make themselves known tonight. This is going to be a different home environment for Harrisonville tonight. They're not used to having a team come in here with a group of 600 to 1,000 fans that are going to be loud as well. So it's going to be an interesting environment tonight. And of course, you know, hey, You got to play the game. That's what I always say. They put their pants on one leg at a time. We put our pants on one leg at a time. Harrisonville put themselves in a position that they wanted to be at the beginning of the year. They're in the state playoffs, 4-time district champions. Webb City as well. So we'll see what happens. Where's the beef? On Harrisonville's offensive line in the half-pound Boss Burger at Forged by Fire. The official burger of the Harrisonville offensive line for the Wildcats. Those offensive starters, Lance Short, Keegan Rowe, Kalen Johnson, Nick Cruz, Ben Clary, CJ Caterly, and Trevor Campbell will see some time as well. That is your Where's the Beef Boss Burger, Forged by Fire offensive line. So Webb City is on the field. We await the Wildcats. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with your coin toss after this. You've been listening to your pregame show brought to you by our good friends at Sherwood Community Bank. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout. We'll be back after this.
Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center in Harrisonville takes the hassle out of buying home appliances. They will save you time and money and give you the same selection as the marts up in the city. So instead of spending hours driving north searching for a great deal, go see the crew at Troby's right here in Harrisonville and get friendly hometown service at affordable prices. With 3 generations of Troby's helping, it's a true hometown business, happy to make you feel like part of the family. Go see them today on Plaza Drive,
okay?
right behind Hawthorne Bank.
Friendly faces and bright smiles greet you every time you walk into one of the 4 Sherwood Community Bank locations in Creighton, Urick, Garden City, or Harrisonville. A full-service bank with new internet banking options to track your accounts and many loan options. That makes Sherwood Community Bank Harrisonville's premier bank. They are the only locally owned bank, and you know your neighbors are taking care of you and your assets. When it's time for a new bank account or a loan for a home or car, think local and think Sherwood Community Bank, member FDIC.
From small jobs like an oil change or big ones like fixing a transmission, Young's Auto Repair will get you back up and running in no time. A knowledgeable, friendly staff with a family raised in Harrisonville, Michelle and William know small-town friendly service and good craftsmanship is the key to keeping customers happy and coming back again. So next time you need a tune-up or an alignment with their state-of-the-art alignment machine, give Young's a call at 816-380-6008 or stop in and visit them at 1312 South Commercial, right next to Santa Fe Glass.
Harrisonville's newest restaurant is located on the 7 Highway exit at the new Sapp Brothers truck stop. Apple Barrel will make your mom smile with daily specials, a home-cooked feel, breakfast served all day, and a breakfast buffet from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. every Saturday and Sunday. Next time you need a good home-cooked meal, come out and see the friendly faces and taste the great food at the Apple Barrel, located inside the new Sapp Brothers truck stop, open from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. daily.
Treatment for minor aches and pains starts with a family atmosphere at Schroeder Chiropractic. They want to get to know you and find the best treatment solutions. The family atmosphere in over a decade in Harrisonville, Dr. Schroeder and Dr. Sharp give residents peace of mind that when the aches and pains are too much, they can come in and join the family at Schroeder Chiropractic next to the Brick House Coffee Bar and Eatery right off the historic Harrisonville Square.
Everybody's schedule is different. Wouldn't it be great if service centers were more flexible with their hours to accommodate your schedule? Good news, the Sapp Brothers Service Center is open from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. and they don't just work on semis. They can work on your vehicle as well. If you work odd hours, get home after 5, or are just looking for a new place to take your vehicle, try the Sapp Brothers Service Center and be blown away with the great customer service and professional craftsmanship. Located on the 7 Highway exit right next to the Sapp Brothers truck stop.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Harrisonville, Missouri. We're on the campus of Harrisonville Middle School Memorial Stadium. High school football action. It's your pregame show brought to you by our friends at Sherwood Community Bank, Harrisonville's only locally owned managed bank, member FDIC. Well, the talk is over. The coin toss is over. The Cats won the toss.
The Cats won the toss, but they're going to receive. So, I mean, they want to strike first. So, hey, you got to give it to them. We got the toss, and so, hey, now let's go out and play some
play some football. Show Me Auto Mall gives you above average service at below average prices to keep some coin in your wallet. The official sponsor of the coin toss. We are ready to rock and roll here from Harrisonville. Again, we want to thank you for joining us on the pregame show that was brought to you by our friends at Sherwood Community Bank, Harrisonville's only locally owned and managed bank, member FDIC. Cats look like the Cats are going to go from right to left here in the opening quarter. From left to right will be Webb City. Webb City going to be in their red pants, white tops with the powder blue numbers, red outline, white helmets with that Webb City Cardinal on it.
Well, back up again, because I just saw Coach head out and talk to the white hat. Maybe they misunderstood us because we are kicking and we're going right to left. So,
okay, so we'll flip it the other way as Cash Link, Duran Henderson and company for Webb City are going to get it first. For the Cats, they've got their black bottoms, black tops, blue numbers with the white outline, blue helmets with the blue shoulders as well, black, white, blue down the pant legs as they have a stripe as they're ready to rock and roll. And I don't think Gary knows what he's talking about here. So it looks like Webb City is going to kick. So, and they're going to kick from right to left. So they've got it all messed up out there. We had something messed up, but nevertheless, Coach Max is trying to organize this here. I don't think anybody knows what's going on at this juncture.
I was pretty sure we won the toss because he obviously patted us on the shoulder pad, and then they switched, and he showed that we were going to be receiving. But then after the teams went back to the sidelines, then I saw Coach Max go out and talk to the white hat, and I don't know what's going on. That's the reason we moved to the south end of the field, because it looked like we were, and the kicking team is on the field right now on our sideline to be prepared to kick. So,
and Carson Sasonis did make it back from St. Louis, played in a soccer game at noon today, and it went to extra time, double overtime, heartbreaking loss for the Cats. They lost 4-3 in the semifinals today. And Carson had a car waiting for him to get in as it rained a little bit longer than they thought it would. So he jumped in a car right after the game, trucked it over here, and he's going to play in 2 games in 1 day. And that's something that you can always talk about later in your life. It's a pretty cool little experience for Carson tonight.
Oh, absolutely. To play in 2 state games, state playoff games in 1 day. Not many people can say that they did that.
Not many, and so we'll see what happens here. We're waiting to see. It looks like we may kick it off.
See, I told you I knew what I was talking about.
Somebody out there didn't know what was going on. I won't say it was you or me or anybody else, but we are going to kick from right to left, as we stated from the beginning. So we should always just go with our gut instinct and stay with what we know.
Absolutely.
Webb City going to receive. So Duran Henderson is back there deep, along with it's Duran Henderson and also Will Larson back there to return this one for the Cardinals. The Sasonis kick, high end over end kick, and going to be taken by Larson at about the 5-10, up to the 20, right up the middle he goes, 25-30, and hammered at about the 32-yard line, and that's where the Webb City Cardinals will start this drive. So that was Weathers with the return, 46. So those light blue numbers. It's going to be Cash Link at quarterback. It'll be Henderson and Larson in the backfield, split back formation. A lot of split backs, what you'll see. They're going to run the split back veer. Wide receiver out to the near side here on the right side. Link under center, and here we go on first down. They're going to go Larson with it, and he's cut down after a gain of about 3. Good open field tackle by Jasper Davis, but a quick gain of about 5, and it brings up second down and 5 for the Cardinals. 11:40 to go here in the first quarter. So clock rolling here in the first quarter. They get to play from the sideline. They're going to go wide receiver out to the left side. Split backs in the backfield. They run a tight split back set in that backfield right behind Cash Link. So Link going, Cats showing blitz. Isaiah Patrick showing, now he's backing off. Then they're going to go up with Henderson, and Henderson's going to have enough for a first down out to the 45-yard line. And you see this a lot with Webb City early on in their drives. Early on in a game, they just find the holes, and they'll churn 5, 6, 7 yards out at a time. Big chunk of yardage and an initial first down for the Cardinals up to the 45-yard line. Under 11 to go here, first quarter. No score from Harrisonville. Wide receiver to the left side, split backs in the backfield. Henderson and Larson. Link under center. And this time he's looking to pass. He's in chased out of the pocket. He's going to have to run, and he's going to get taken down hard on the near side. Isaiah Patrick. And there's going to be a holding penalty, it looks like, in the backfield on Webb City, and that will be a big one because it's at the 40-yard line. If there's a spot foul, it's going to take them all the way back to the 30. It'll bring up 1st and 25 for the Cardinals.
Webb holding on the offense. Repeats.
So that'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot. Brings up little miscommunication there. Not sure what was going on there. 1st and 25 or 1st and just outside of peculiar for Webb City on this one. Wide receiver to the left side, and now Webb City jumps off sides, and that'll push him back. So Webb's going to have 1st and 30 from their own 25-yard line right here. Better yet, it's probably 1st and just outside of Raymore.
Yeah, and this is something that neither offense likes to be in. When you're 1st or 2nd and long like this, it's difficult because you're more of a veer offense, you're more of a run offense. So we'll see how they do offensively as far as passing goes.
Wide receiver to the left side. Link going to be under center, split backs in the backfield on 1st and 30 for the Cardinals. And they're going to go on that misdirection. They do so well. Nowhere to go for Durant Henderson. He is tackled after a gain of a couple. Isaiah Patrick in there. And it looks like right now, early on, they got Isaiah Patrick as just your spy out there. Follow the ball, go get ball early on in this game. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and long for Webb City from their own 27. They got a couple there. So 2nd and about 27.
27-yard line.
Link going to bring his team up to the line of scrimmage. Going to go shotgun formation, a different look for Webb City here. 2 wide receivers off, now 3 that way, and then they're going to go misdirection, and Henderson nowhere to go. Cat defense all over it, and brings up a 3rd down and long for the Webb City Cardinals.
There's Durant Henderson, the money man, the junior, brings up 3rd down and long.
So several Cats in there. Jesse Wallen. Crowley in there as well. Brings up 3rd down. 3rd down and about Ray-Peck High School for Webb City here on this one. But Cats have struggled on 3rd and long this year. 2 wide receivers set. Split backs in the backfield. Link. And this time they're going to run it right up the middle again. Henderson, and he got a couple, and that's going to be it. And Webb City forced to punt on their first drive. So 8:52 to go here, first quarter. Webb goes 1st down and out after they get the 1st down, and 2 big penalties, a hold that pushed them back to 1st and 25. And then after the hold, they had a false start right behind that. High end over end kick. Taken by the Cats at the 40. Up the middle they go, 45. Close to midfield. Stays on his feet up to about the 48-yard line. Jasper Davis with the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Cats just outside of midfield from their own 47-yard line.
The line of scrimmage, number 23, that's Jacob Gettings.
So 8:28 to go here, first quarter. Cats get their first shot at it. Here comes Ryan Bird and company. Reynolds, Bowers in the backfield. Wide receiver to your left, wide receiver to your right. Ball at their own 47-yard line, going right to left are the Wildcats as they get their first drive of the ball game. And here we go, right up the middle, they're going to go. No, Bird's going to keep it himself. He got close to midfield and then is buried in a host of Cardinals.
Quarterback keeper.
Gaskill in there along with others. So Gaskill and others, it'll bring up second down and about 8 for the Cats just outside of midfield from their own 49-yard line. Approaching 8 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. Jasper Davis comes into the ball game. Always a big play threat when he's in there. He's going to be flanked out to the right side. Wide receiver to the left side as well. Split backs in the backfield. Bird under center. Ball outside of midfield. And Bird looking to pass. He's still looking. He's going to chuck it deep downfield for Davis. And looks like it may be a pick. And it will be. Webb City picks it up. No! First down, Wildcats. Somehow Jasper Davis came down with it. 40-yard catch for Jasper Davis. Now they're saying Webb City football. So that's a 50-50 ball when both of them go to the ground with it, but Webb City going to take over from their own 10. I like the play call early, take a shot downfield. That one stayed up a little bit too long, and with 7:41 to go, Webb City going to get the ball back from their own 10-yard line. So worked kind of like a punt, though it was only a second down. So 1st and 10 coming up for Webb City from their own 10. Wide receiver left, wide receiver right, split backs in the backfield as Link is under center. And this time he's going to keep it himself, and he gets it past the 15 to the 20 and up to the 21, 11-yard run by Cash Link. So they get out of the shadow of their own end zone. Brings up a 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. 7:35 to go here, first quarter of this one. Link gets a play from the sideline. Going to go wide receiver out to the right side and tight on the left. Split backs in the backfield. Link under center again. And Link this time he's going to go on a misdirection to Larson, and Larson's going to have some running lane up to about the 28-yard line, a 6-7-yard gain. That's what Webb City does so well inside, Gary, is that misdirection. 7 minutes to go here, first quarter. Second down and about 3 after the 7-yard gain for the Cardinals.
Second down and 3 for the Cards. Their offensive unit action to be on the far side now.
Link going to be under center. He's going to have Gaskill.
Here they go.
He's going to have Gaskill wide out to his right side. They're going to go right up the middle. Henderson. And no, that's actually Larson, and Larson's going to have a first down.
Close to the first down marker. We'll see where they mark it. There's your signal.
So it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Cardinals with 6:39 to go here in the first quarter.
The clock rolls, play comes in.
So 1st and 10, ball at the 31-yard line. Wide receiver to the left, wide receiver to the right. Split backs in the backfield. Under center is Link. And here they go. This time they're going to keep it. Link keeps it himself, it looks like. And he's going to keep going. 3-4 yards. Finally a whistle is blown. And that's something I've seen a little bit more of this year. Refs just letting them go. The only concern I have that with injuries on both sides of the ball. So they're going to give them about 5 on that. Going to bring up second down and 5 from the 36-yard line. 5:52 to go here in the first quarter of play. They're going to go wide receiver, 2 of them out to the right side. Up the middle, they're going to go with it. And it looks like a couple of yard gain close to a first down. Going to mark it about the 40. So going to bring up 3rd and short for Webb City with 5:30 to go here in the first quarter of play. No score. Webb City went a first down and out on their first drive. Harrisonville's second play got intercepted down at the 10-yard line. And the Cardinals coming back this way on 3rd down and a yard. Henderson and Larson in the backfield. Under center is Link. And this time they're going to give it to Henderson. And Henderson got stood up initially, but it's going to get enough for a first down as he falls forward to about the 42-yard line, and the chains will move again. So Clary hit him initially, but Henderson able to drive Clary off the ball and get that first down. He needed 1, he got 2, and with 4:55 to go in the first quarter, The chains will move again at their own 42-yard line. 2 wide receivers set out to the left side. Catch showing blitz this time, go in the middle, and it's going to be a yard of gain of a couple here.
Number 4, the senior Will Larson was the ball carrier.
Larson the ball carrier, and it was Isaiah Patrick in on the stop after a gain of a couple.
Second down and 9. Action remains on the far side.
Will Larson, the running back, actually going to Missouri Southern to play baseball next year. 4:20 to go here in the first quarter of this one. Wide receiver, 2 of them out to the right side. They're looking to pass. They throw it out in the flats, back up and try to get a first down, and the Cats going to stop them right by midfield. Awful generous spot up to about the 49 of the Cats. Going to bring up 3rd down and short. So we'll see where they mark it. They're going to mark it into Cat territory, the 49. Going to be 3rd and about a yard for the Cardinals again here with 3:48 to go in the first quarter. The flip-flop sides with the receivers, 2 to the left side this time. Henderson and Larson in the backfield. Right in front of us they are at the 49. And the Cats jump. Looks like they're going to call Isaiah Patrick into the neutral zone, but it looks like they're going to say false start here. They're pointing towards Webb City. So we'll wait and see.
Who jumped first?
And they're going to say encroachment on Harrisonville. So early on, both teams a couple of mistakes. Webb City on their first drive had 2 back-to-back penalties that cost them field position, and now Harrisonville, costly one on 3rd and short, and it pushes it down to the Wildcat 44. The biggest stat of this first quarter is time of possession right now, Gary.
Yeah, we've had it for 50 seconds.
So 2 wide receivers set to the left side. Cats bringing the house, showing that they're going to bring the house here, and they're going to go right up the middle. Larson, and Larson gets 8 or 9. That's where Webb City can get you. You bring everybody in the box. They're going to have a play designed for that. They're going to give them 7 on it, down to the 37-yard line. So 2nd down coming up, 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. No score from Memorial Stadium. So Gaskill going to be flanked out to the far side, left side. Split backs in the backfield. Under center is Link. And this time they're going to go misdirection. Nowhere to go. Cats had that one in the backfield read perfectly. And that was Nick Cruz on the tackle. Loss of about a yard for Henderson. Brings up 3rd down and 5 for the Cardinals from the 39 of the Wildcats.
And I would say where they're standing right now, unless they get a big loss, they're probably in 4-down territory.
Coming in once again.
Though I will say that, and they kind of feel like they've been able to move the ball early on in this game. They figure they get a couple here, they can get 3 on 4th down. Cats think they could probably stop them. 2 wide receivers set, looking to throw it. They throw it out into the flats, and a first down and more down to the 31-yard line for Webb City. On the outside over there. Simmons with the first down catch. And it's a first down and 10 down to the 31-yard line. 2:09 to go here in the first quarter. No score, but Webb City driving. This is a textbook split back veer drive right here, Gary.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first quarter's almost gone, and we just started the game.
So wide receiver flanked out right side, split backs in the backfield. Again, catch showing. Blitz lining everybody up, and now here they go. Link, he's going to pitch it to the outside for Henderson. Henderson tries to get outside, nowhere to go. Cats stop him. Jasper Davis with the tackle after a gain of about 3 for Henderson to the near sideline. Brings up 2nd down and about, they're going to call it 8, just inside of 8, 7 yards, we'll say, with 1:33 to go here in the first quarter. So Link going to get his play from the sideline.
Officials spot the ball at the 20-yard line here on the near side.
Brings it in with his team here.
Cardinals break inside Cat territory.
Down at the 28-yard line. Split backs in the backfield. Wide receiver left and to the right. Link under center. And here they go right up the middle with Larson. And Larson just going to bury his head forward, get 3 or 4 yards. That's what Webb City's so good at, is just go behind that line of scrimmage, let them push you 3 or 4 extra yards. Brings up 3rd down and short for the Cardinals. Down to the Wildcat 24-yard line with 50 seconds to go here in this first quarter and no score. 2 wide receivers set over to your left side. Split backs in the backfield. Larson and Henderson. Link gonna give it up to Larson. Larson nowhere to go. Actually, it was not Larson. Good ball fake, as it was Link who kept it, and there's that mesh play right up the middle, and he's gonna make it inside the red zone down to the 18-yard line with 35 seconds to go here in the first quarter. So 30 seconds to go here, first quarter, ball down to the 18-yard line. No score here in the first quarter, but Webb City threatening. Simmons flanked out to the far side on the left side on 1st and 10. And Link, this time he's going to hand it off for Henderson. Henderson nowhere to go. Cats all over it in the backfield. Gain of a couple. Brings up second down and about 8, we're going to call it. And that's going to end the first quarter. So 1 quarter in the books, no score from Harrisonville. We'll take a 30-second timeout, and we'll be back right after this. You're watching high school football on Fidelity, local channel 6 and 4Ts.com.
We all have a checklist when it comes to getting car care. No matter what is on your list, convenience, knowledge, affordability, friendliness, Colby's Car Clinic has you covered. Convenience is being right here in Harrisonville and taking care of all car care problems. From an oil change to tires and everything in between, it's your only stop. Knowledge is covered with having an ASC certified master technician. Affordability means they will work with you to not break your budget. And friendliness greets you each time you walk in the door as they treat you like an old friend. Go see Colby and the gang behind O'Reilly's in the Big Blue building.
Hello and welcome back to Harrisonville. Me and Gary just talking in the timeout. That pass down there, a lot of times it's a 50-50 ball. They give it to the receiver. One judge was saying it was Harrisonville ball. The other one was saying no, it's a Webb City turnover, as Webb City came out of there with it. I like the play call early on. Obviously, it didn't come out the way you wanted, but you're making them drive 90 yards here. If you're Harrisonville, you haven't broke yet, you would love to get a stop on 3rd down here, force them into a 4-down stop. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, the 15th play of the drive is coming up, and they've got 5 first downs out of this.
Ball just outside the 15, now going right to left is Webb City. Link under center, wide receiver to his right side. And this time they're going to give it to Larson. Larson finds a seam inside the 10, and they're going to mark him down. It'll bring up 3rd down and a little over a yard for Webb City with 11:49 to go here in the first half of this one. A quick moving first half so far as we're in the second quarter already.
3 up for the Cards.
So 3rd down and a couple coming up, and we have a whistle on the field here. False start on Webb City, so that'll push them back 5 yards. And instead of a 3rd and just outside of a yard, it's going to be 3rd and 6 now for the Cardinals with 11:28 to go here in the first half. So both teams, uncharacteristic mistakes, especially on the Webb City side. We talk about that, they play flawless football. That's 3 penalties for them so far.
Yeah, we'll see how they come out of this drive, though.
So ball back to the 15 on 3rd down and about 7. Wide receiver flanked out to the far side, right side, split backs in the backfield. Link under center. And Link going to hand it off for Henderson. Henderson tries to get the outside, nowhere to go. Cats defense all over it. Zaya Patrick leading the charge, and it'll bring up 4th down for the Cardinals from the 15-yard line. So 4th down coming up from the 15. You got to feel like they're going to want to go for it here. This is like one of those early game momentum swingers here, Gary. You've taken off, 8-9 minutes of the clock. You're down to the 15-yard line, but if you can't get a first down here and you turn it over to Harrisonville, they're going to feel like they won.
Well, they're going to have to take a timeout because the quarterback's still on the sidelines, and there's only 5 seconds left on the play clock. So 6+ yards to go on 4th down. We got a timeout. We'll take a 30 as well. Harrisonville, Webb City, no score. Big 4th down coming up after this.
Everyone loves a home field advantage. Buying or selling a home should be no different. That's why the Hearn Group, Keller Williams Realty, should be your first call when you're in the market for buying or selling. James and Michael Hearn were born and raised right here in Harrisonville. They know the area and will find the perfect fit for you and your family. Mix in former Wildcat Tyler Hearn, and the Hearn Group, Keller Williams Realty is your hometown team with the home field advantage to get you in your dream home. Give them a call today at 816-797-0756 or visit them at www.hearnhomes.com.
All right, welcome back. Second quarter action, 10:49 to go, second quarter. It's a fourth down coming up for Webb City, and they're looking to go for it here. This is where you got to key on a misdirection here. They did this in the first game, or they did this in the game last year. They tried a little dump off out in the flats, and Joe Snooks took it back to the house for a pick six. So fourth down coming up, and here they go. They're going to go a little hideout, backdoor pass, caught, touchdown, Webb City. A little reverse halfback pass, wide open in the end zone with Webb City for 6. That's why Webb City's so good, Gary, is they have so many plays and they're so fundamentally sound. They pulled out a trick play on fourth down and was able to get it, and the Cats got caught sleeping there, and it's 6-0 extra point coming up for the Cardinals. Kick is up, kick is good, and with 10:44 to go first half, Cats trail 7-0. We'll be right back.
The easiest place to buy a car just got easier. Max Ford of Harrisonville is getting rid of its 2017 inventory and offering 72 months, 0% interest, and a $1,000 trade allowance with approved credit. If this isn't in your budget, they have over 800 cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from so you can cruise through town in style. If you've been on the fence about buying, now is the time. So go to maxmotors.com while you watch the Wildcats, find a car, and head out to Max Ford tomorrow to get rolling down the road. And stay tuned after the game for our Max Effort Player of the Game.
All right, welcome back. 7-0 our score. Webb City on the board first. Along
17 play, 90-yard drive that ate up 9 minutes. I mean that's running football. I mean that's just what you get when you're going to have these two teams. And I see the same thing coming out of Harrisonville. I see that same type of a drive. That's what we've done. If you remember at Grain Valley a couple of times we've done that. So I see that coming with us as well.
And here's a little low end over in kip, bounces at the 20. Cat's going to take it from the 20 to the 30, to the 35, 40, and out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. So a good return by the Cats. Little floater taking it about the 20-yard line by the Cats. So here comes Ryan Bird and company. And if you're the offense, you need a long drive here. You got to give your D a little bit of a break here. A lot of these guys played on D too that are out there. See what the Cats come up with here on this drive just outside of midfield from their own 42-yard line. 10:38 to go here in the first half. Ryan Bird brings his team to the line. Cats going to stick with that split back veer formation. They're going to go 2 wide receiver set to the right side. Bird going to be under center here on 1st and 10. And here we go. Bird this time keeps himself, pitches back to Bowers. Bowers going to try to get to the outside to the 43-yard line. Nowhere to go. Cut out of bounds. Back to her original line of scrimmage it's going to go. So brings up a second down. And, you know, we talked about Bowers early in the year not going to that cutback. That time he just didn't have a place to cut back as Webb City pursued that brilliantly to the sideline.
They did. They're going from a 3-4 to a 4-3. I mean, they're switching back and forth, the defense is. And so I think we've got to give the offensive line time to be able to react to that as well. 2 wide receivers left side now, split back veer formation. Bird this time going to try to keep it himself, nowhere to go. Loss of 3 in the backfield is Webb City. Several 76 Taylor Moorhead and several others in there. So 3rd down and about 12 for the Cats, and the one thing Cats would not like to see here is a 3 and out with 10:08 to go. They have had the ball less than a minute here in this quarter and 50 seconds in the first quarter. Wide receiver to the left, wide receiver to the right.
Bird under center on 3rd and 12. And here we go, Bird. This time he's going to hand it to Reynolds, and Reynolds gets past the 45 to about the 47-yard line, and it brings up 4th down and 7 for the Wildcats.
On the stop, number 6 himself. Number 11, Alex Gaskell.
So Cats coming in with the punting unit now here. So the Cats go 3 and out after just having 2 plays on that first drive. 7-0. This is that danger zone right here, Gary. If you're the Wildcats, you got to get a stop defensively because Webb City can go from 7 to 21 or 28 in a hurry. And here we go, Bird gonna punt this one away. Good high punt, fair caught at the 20-yard line by Gaskell. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cardinals from their own 29, 15 to go here, first half of this one. So 1st and 10 from the 29, 15 to go here, first half. It's where you'd like to get a turnover if you're the Wildcats here defensively. Webb City not known to turn the ball over much. Split backs in the backfield. Link is under center. He's got a wide receiver out to his right side on 1st and 10, 9:15 to go, 7-0 Webb City with the lead. And here we go, Link this time right up the middle. He's going to go again with Larson, and Larson's going to bury his head for a couple up past the 22 to the 23-yard line. And it brings up a 2nd down and about 8. So Link again with the play from the sideline.
Cards will break to the line to go. Once again, the senior quarterback has Link under center.
Wide receiver right side, in tight on that left side, split backs in the backfield. And this time they're going to come to the near side. Bowers with the tackle after a gain of about 3 or 4 for Larson, up to about the 31-yard line. So brings up 3rd down and about 5. They're going to call it 4 with 8:30 to go here in the first half. This is where the Cats need a stop on 3rd down. Got to watch that little bubble screen out to the wide receiver that they hit earlier in this ball game. Split backs in the backfield, Link under center. And here we go on 3rd down, and this time they give it to Larson, and Larson's not going to have a first down. Going to bring up 4th down and about 3. And the Cats may survive with a 3 and out here with 8:05 to go. Link disgusted with himself, hits his hands to his legs, and they're going to have to punt it away. So Cats get that big stop they need defensively. Brings up a 4th down, and the Cats going to stand back at about their own 35 here with 7:45 to go. And then a huge penalty on the Wildcats if this is on Harrisonville.
Cards were in the hurry up.
4th and 3 turns into 1st and 10. Cannot make those type of mistakes against the Webb City Cardinals, as they will make you pay. Cats had a 3 and out, and instead it's a 1st and a fresh set of downs after the Cats jump off sides. So 1st and 10 up to the 32-yard line. 7:43 to go here, first half. Link has his split backs in the backfield, wide receiver flanked out to his right side. And this time they're going to hand it off. This time again, Larson barrels forward for about 3. See a lot of similarities between the 2 backs for Webb City, Larson and Henderson. You got your kind of thunder and lightning. Larson's going to get your hard yards inside, and Henderson's going to beat you on the outside. For the Cats, Bowers will get you those hard yards inside, and you get the speed to the outside of Reynolds. Wide receiver flanked out to the far side, right side, split backs in the backfield. Here they go on 2nd down, and again, a couple of yards for Larson. Brings up 3rd down and about 4 for the Cats, up to about the 37-yard line. So again, Cats need a big stop here on 3rd down. Ball at their own, the Webb City has it at their own 38-yard line. So 3rd and 4 coming up for the Cardinals. Wide receiver to the right side. Link under center, split backs in the backfield, Henderson and Larson. Larson to his right, to his left is Henderson. Here they go up the middle again for Larson, and he's not going to get there. Going to be about a yard short. Going to bring up 4th down and a yard for the Cardinals. So a little more than a yard, 4th and about a yard and a half. And again, it'll be decision time for Webb City here in their own side of the field. Looks like they're going to punt here
The official spot of the ball is the 41-yard line. Action on the far
So
side.
4th and a yard. Looks like Webb City going to go for it here on 4th down with 6 minutes to go here in the half. 7-0 the score. Webb City's offense been on the field the entire first half of this one. And they're going to try to go with the I formation, power I, and Henderson gets into the secondary, past midfield to about the 48-yard line, and it brings a 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. So it gets into Wildcat territory here. Ball at the 49, 7-0 our score here in the first half of this one. So Webb brings it up to the line of scrimmage. Link going to be under center, split backs in the backfield. Henderson and Larson, wide receiver to his right side. And this time they're going to go up the middle. No, keeping himself is Link. And Link gets several and then taken down by Isaiah Patrick and then a couple others helping in on that one. Brings up a 2nd down and about 3 for the Cardinals. 5:20 to go first half of this ball game. 7-0 Webb City with the lead. Some textbook football here. Smash mouth, in your face, 4 or 5 yards at a time. Coach Schenker going to call a timeout and wants to talk it over with 5:14. We'll take a 30-second and we'll be back after this.
So you're saying you didn't eat this ice cream?
Baby, I swear on my lucky shirt. I ate it.
Frightening bolt. Seen it, covered it. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Farmers Insurance, Brad Sainer, the Wildcats' most trusted Harrisonville Farmers Insurance agent who's seen it and covered it. Brad Sainer. Visit him in the A-frame on Commercial across from Casey's to get you covered.
All right, welcome back to Harrisonville. We're on the campus of Harrisonville Middle School Memorial Stadium. Webb City up 7-0, and they're going for more here. And it's been all Webb City offense in the first half of this one, Gary.
Yeah, and this drive, this is going to be play number 9. They've had the ball 4 minutes, and they've already went about almost 40 yards. So hopefully we can get a stop here and get our defense off the field.
2 wide receivers set to the right side. Link going to throw to that right side. Picked off, and the Cats have it to the 45, to the 50, and that's the turnover they needed into Wildcat territory to the Wildcat 47-yard line. Just through the defenders, or through the receiver's hands right into the defender on the far side. And the Cats take it into Webb City territory down to Nick Laughlin with the pick. And he kind of peeks into that offensive line and in that offensive huddle, he said, let's go, boys. 5:07 to go here. First half of this one. Cats need a good drive to get something going. They're at the 46 of the Cardinals, but a lot of work to do here. Wide receiver to his left, wide receiver to his right, split backs in the backfield. Bird is going to be under center. Showing a 4-man front is Webb City again. And here they go on 1st and 10, and they go right up the middle, nowhere to go, as that one was for Bowers, and Bowers gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. And that brings in Davis and Laughlin with 4:50 to go here in the first half. So you got your possession receivers in there now on 2nd down and 10. The thing is, can they give Bird time to throw a good pass in downfield? Wide receiver to the left, wide receiver to the right, split back to the backfield. Bird under center, looks to the near side like he's got something going maybe with Laughlin on this near side, and that's what he's looking for. And just through the fingertips of the Webb City defender and the fingertips of Laughlin as well. Brings up 3rd down and 10 with 4:26 to go. So now 3rd down and 10, ball at the 46-yard line. Harrisonville yet to do anything offensively in this one with 4:26 still to go in the first half.
Yeah, we barely had the ball over 2 minutes and only ran less than 10 plays.
So they're going to go 2 wide receiver set now here to the right side. Split backs in the backfield on 3rd down. Bird looking to take it, nowhere to go. And he is on the turf at about the 48-yard line, and that brings up 4th down for the Wildcats with 4:15 to go.
On the stop is number 25, that's senior Jordan Rogers, the linebacker, making his first stop tonight. So 4th and 11.
So the Cats going to have to punt this one away with 4:05 to go in the first half, down 7-0, and got to give it back to the Webb City Cardinals, who have had the ball all night long in this one. So a couple of 3-and-outs for the Cats, and then 2 plays and an interception is all they've mustered. 8 plays offensively, and another good boot by Bird. Fair caught back at the 12-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10 Webb City with 3:45 to go in the first half. So 3:45 to go here before the half. 7-0 Cardinals. They're looking to make it 14-0 going into the half. Harrisonville would like to get another stop and try to get something going offensively before the half and get at least maybe a field goal opportunity here. But that's asking a lot so far, as the Cats have been shut out offensively so far in this one. Wide receiver to the left side for the Cardinals. Link under center. Henderson Larson in the backfield. 1st and 10, and this time it'll be Link. He keeps it into the secondary. He's got a big chunk of yardage up to the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals with 3:39 to go in the first half. Nothing fancy about that, Gary. Just a mesh play right up the middle following your blockers for the quarterback.
3:38 to play in this first half.
Ball up to the 28-yard line. Wide receiver going to be flanked out to the right side for the Cardinals. Split backs in the backfield. Ball from their own 28 with 3:25 to go first half. Under center is Link, and Link tries to go to the outside, nowhere to go. Disrupting the backfield was Isaiah Patrick, and right to the ball goes the Cats, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 10 with 3:11 to go now here before the half.
So 2nd down and 10.
It's a good play offensively. The Cats have done a good job of limiting the big plays. It's just they're giving up 3 and 4, 5 yards on those runs, and you know what? Do the math. 4 plus 4 plus 4 is going to give you a first down each time.
Yeah, it's always going to be more than 10.
So 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Cardinals from their own 28. Wide receiver flanked out left side this time is Simmons. Split backs in the backfield, Cats showing blitz. And this time they're going to go right up the middle with it. Larson going to get it, dives forward for a couple, brings up 3rd and long for the Cardinals at the 30-yard line with 2:35 to go before the half. Webb City leading 7-0 in this one. So a quick moving first half in this one, Gary, as 2:25 to go before the half. Wide receiver near side, Gaskill. Split backs in the backfield, and Link looking to throw that way, and this time behind his receiver, and it brings up 4th down and 10. Clock will stop with 2:15 to go here before the half.
The coverage.
I think my son's going to melt back here. Go. So 4th down and 8 coming up. And a low snap picked up by Webb City. Cats going to have a chance to return it here. Looks like it'll be Laughlin to the near side. No, that'll be Davis. And it'll bring a 1st and 10 for the Cats from their own 46 with 2:13 to go here before the half. You know, in my opinion, what I'm going for here, Gary, you're down 7-0 with 2:13 to go before the half. You're just going to try to still run your offense here, try to maybe get a first down, and try to get into the locker room down 7-0 at this point.
Yeah, nothing fancy. I mean, you want to get a first down. You want to start establishing something for when you get out here in the second half.
So split backs in the backfield, 2 wide receivers set to the left side. 2:13 to go before the half. 7-0 Webb City with the lead. Cats with the ball from their own 43-yard line, and Bird this time hands off for Bowers, and Bowers nowhere to go. No running room again for the Cats, and it brings up 2nd down and long for the Cats. They're going to give them about a yard out of that one, so 2nd and 9 for the Wildcats here with 1:56 to go before the half. And the Cats going to stay with 2 wide receivers to the near side here. Bird under center. Here we go on 2nd down and Bird. This time he's going to hand it off, pitches it forward for Reynolds, and Reynolds gets that first down. First down brought to you by Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. 1st and 10 down to the 40 4-yard line. Clock stops momentarily. Now it'll roll. So maybe that'll be a little bit of a spark for the Cats here before they get into the locker room. Laughlin, Davis flanked out far side. Split backs, Bird under center. This time Bird hands it off for Bowers. Nowhere to go. Brings up second down for the Cats. So Bird comes to the sideline here with 1:17 to go. 7-0 our score. Whistle and a timeout called. It looks like that'll be a timeout for Harrisonville. So we'll take a 30-second timeout. Harrisonville down 7-0 just before the half.
Ready for relief? Absolute Health Chiropractic's professional friendly staff is trained to get results. Your doctor of chiropractic will analyze the cause of your pain, explain what's causing it, and work with you to get relief. They use effective, tested, proven techniques to relieve your pain and get you back to 100% right away so you can get back to enjoying your life. Absolute Health Chiropractic at 1908 West Mechanic Street in Harrisonville, or call 816-380-2436.
All right, welcome back. 2nd down and 10 with 1:15 to go here before the half. Cats trail 7-0 in this one. Trying to get something going, kind of like Kansas City versus Dallas last weekend. Flat all half, and then they got a big play at the end of the half. That's what the Cats are looking for here. 2 wide receivers set near side for the Cats. Split backs in the backfield. Bird under center, and Bird almost drops it, but he's looking to pass. He's going to throw. He's got Davis to the 25, to the 20, 15, out of bounds, down to the 12-yard line with 1:07 to go before the half. 7-0 the score. Cats in the red zone down to the 13-yard line. So the Cats get a big first down, and they're knocking on the doorstep with 1:07 to go here before the half. Ball to the 13-yard line. First down brought to you by Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. Wide receiver left, wide receiver right, split backs in the backfield. Bird under center. This time he goes misdirection. Bowers inside the 15 to the 10. So we're going to bring up 2nd down with about a minute to go. Ball at the 10-yard line. Clock is rolling here. Bird gets the play from the sideline. 7-0 the score. 2nd down and about 7 for the Cats with 45 seconds to go before the half. They're going right into that Webb City crowd too. So we'll see communication here. 2 wide receivers set to the far side. Split backs. Bird looking to pass. He pitches it back on the turf. Turnover. And that is huge with 31.1 seconds to go. 2nd turnover for the Wildcats with 31.1 to go here in the half. Harrisonville was knocking on the door. One thing you can't do against the Webb City Cardinals, and that's turn the football over. And Webb City gets a huge break there. And brings up 1st and 10 for the Cardinals from their own 14-yard line. And this is where they can hit you hard here. 31 seconds to go. Link under center, wide receiver to his right side. And here we go. He's going to hand it off for Henderson. And Henderson down to the 22-yard line. About an 8-yard gain. Cats able to track him down. Brings up a 2nd down and a couple with 18 seconds to go before the half. Good news for the Cats. They do get the ball back after the half. And it looks like Webb City may be content going into the locker room up 7-0 in this one. And that's what we're going to do. So your score at the half, Cats trail 7-0. We'll be back right after this. We'll take a 1-minute timeout.
Carol Looney and the staff at American Heritage has been where Harrisonville's turned since 1981 for their dream homes. Carol and her staff will make sure you find the house that's right for you and your budget. They will make sure schools are right for the kids as well. Go see the team that goes the extra mile for you, located next to Sonic at 1000 South Commercial, or call 816-380-6161, or visit the website at americanheritage-realtors.com.
A bad tire can ruin someone's day in a heartbeat, so don't trust your tires to just anyone. Let William at Young's Tire and Wheel Center get you rolling down the road with safety and peace of mind. With their tire warranty and free rotations, they make sure you're well taken care of. So whether it's a spare or a new set of 4 tires, Young's will get you safely to that next Wildcat away game. Act soon and you may be eligible to up to $100 in rebates with certain hand-cooked tires. Go see William today right across the road from the Garage Burgers and Brew on Commercial.
Yeah, don't catch on fire. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to halftime. Your score at the half. Cats trail 7-0. Gary's working on some stats here. So while he's working on the stats, we're going to have our Spirit Spotlight brought to you by our good friends at Salon 114, your one-stop shop for beauty. And I have 3 ladies up here, Sydney Graves, Lacey Williams, and Janelle Caswell. Okay, so I will let you guys talk. Here, we talked to Coach a little bit ago, and she had some questions that I could ask you guys because I know she was prepping you guys really well. So, first off, we'll ask one of you, and you can introduce yourself when you talk. What are you guys looking forward to this winter?
I'm Sydney Graves, and what I'm looking for this winter is I'm just ready to do some new stunts and put some new stuff out there that everybody is ready to see.
Okay. And we'll go to the second one. So, explain your season to us so far. What are you most proud of about your team and what they have done so far?
Hi, I'm Janelle Caswell, and so far this season I'm most proud of us coming together as a team and working hard. We've had some obstacles along the way, but we've done good so far.
Awesome. And also, what is the funniest thing that has happened this fall? And I'll give that one to you.
I'm Lacey Williams, and I think the funniest thing that's happened so far is whenever we went on for homecoming, and we had a few girls come off bleeding. They got hit in the face, and my coach was celebrating. She's like, "Yeah, you guys did so good!" And these girls were just bleeding everywhere, and we're like, "Coach, she's bleeding!" It's like everyone was freaking out. It was crazy.
Okay, so this will be kind of a question for all 3 of you, and I'll let you all 3 hand this one around. What are you guys going to miss the most about this team this fall?
I'm going to miss the underclassmen and because I'm a senior, so when I graduate this year, I'm just going to miss all the new friends and the memories I made with all the underclassmen.
I'm going to miss the girls and the bonds that we've made so far this season. I'm going to miss the Friday Night Lights immensely. I've cheered every year so far, and I've been to every single football game, so it's going to be a big change for me, not being on the track and cheering on our boys in blue.
Well, ladies, I appreciate you guys coming up. We've had a good time this year getting to know all you cheerleaders through our Spirit Spotlight every week. Let's go down there and cheer for a victory in the second half.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks a lot. That is the Lady Wildcat senior cheerleaders as we have our Spirit Spotlight brought to you by our good friends at Salon 114 on the historic Harrisonville Square, your one-stop shop for beauty. Our score at the half, 7-0. The Wildcats trail. Webb City had a golden opportunity squashed by a turnover right before the half. Good news, they do get the ball to start the second half. And it is time for some soccer seconds, brought to you by our good friends over at Schroeder Chiropractic. Harrisonville has made its first ever trip to the state Final Four. They got a 2-1 victory last Saturday right here over KC East. Come from behind fashion. They were down 1-0 in the second half, got 2 late goals, and they played Washington Blue Jays today in the state semifinals for a shot to play at that state title, and they fell in double overtime. Heartbreaker, 4-3. They had a 2-goal lead in the first half of that one. Washington was playing a man down after a red card, and Washington fought and clawed and was able to get back in it, get it even, and then able to win it 4-3 in double overtime. Carson Sasonis, who's our place kicker, played in that game in St. Louis today at noon and drove all the way back over here to be here for the game tonight. So heartbreak for the Cats, but they have unfinished business. They can win a third place trophy tomorrow afternoon, and hopefully that will help in the second half of this one. So we got 11 minutes before we go to second half action. Gary is ready for our stats, and Gary, time of possession is your key stat in the first half of this one.
Well, there's no question. I mean, it's basically 19 minutes to 5 minutes, and that's on Webb City's favor. We only were able to accomplish 51 yards, and 31 of that was on that Jasper Davis catch right there before the half. I did think that was a perfect opportunity for us to get some points on the board, whether we weren't able to get it in and maybe kick a field goal. But like I said, we've got 31 yards of receiving, and that was Jasper Davis's. Birds 1 for 2 for that. And then we got 20 yards of rushing. Leading the way for Webb City is going to be Larson with 55 yards, and then Henderson has got 39, and Lark has got 43. He's also 2 for 3 for a total of 15 yards, and then they had that one touchdown from, and we talked about that before the game. I noticed in the stats that there were a couple of passing stats that was not the quarterback, and I mentioned that to Chad, that they probably got a halfback pass, and sure enough, the first touchdown comes out of that reverse and halfback pass, where they kind of caught us. We were able to almost get back into position, but not quite, and obviously they exploited that, and that's what got them the first 6-6.
Well, there's positives to come out of this first half. Number one, you're down 7-0 at the half to the undefeated number 1 state-ranked Webb City Cardinals. So that's a positive in itself. Another positive I look at is the only way they were able to get in the end zone was on a trick play on a 4th down. So you got to feel good about that. They're not getting 14, 20, 30 yards a carry either. They're getting that 3, 4, 5 yards a time. It's just eating up a lot of clock. So if you're Harrisonville, you just tweak your adjustments at halftime. I would like to see them stick with the split back veer for a while. You're only down 7-0, but I'll be interested to see, do they stay in that, or do they go with the shotgun in that kind of spread offense that they ran against Green Valley the first time to give their offensive line a little bit more time, because Webb City is controlling both lines of scrimmage.
They are, but the thing about it is, you're right, we've always been able to come out the second half. Max and Meeks and Schinker have always been able to go in at halftime and tweak some things to make it better. I do not think that the Webb City defense is as well adapted to the pass as they are the run. They've shown that they've been able to stop us, and really that first one could have went either way when it ended up being the interception. So I think that we've got to at least come out and establish a little bit of a pass game that could open up the run game for us as well.
Well, we will see what happened. We got about 10 or so minutes before we go to second half action. Our bright spot tonight brought to you by Schroeder Chiropractic, right off the historic Harrisonville Square. Bright Futures currently looking for families to sponsor and help those families with items for the holiday season. So find a Bright Futures volunteer, get signed up today, or nominate someone who needs a little help this holiday season. That is our bright spot, my Bright Futures, and our good friends at Schroeder Chiropractic who bring that to you each and every week. Our score again at the half, 7-0. The Harrisonville Wildcats trail the Webb City Cardinals. We'll take a 5-minute timeout, and we'll be back with keys to the second half and your second half kickoff. You're watching high school football on Local 6 Fidelity, Local Channel 6, and 4Ts.com. We'll be back after this.
Need a haircut, highlight, beauty supplies, nails done? Good news, Harrisonville has your one stop to answer all these questions. Salon 114 on the west side of the historic Harrisonville Square is a full-service salon with cuts, colors, curls, conditioners, and nails. There is no reason to make multiple appointments and stops. Just go see Amy and her girls and get it all done at once. Salon 114 is proud to sponsor Wildcat Athletics and the Wildcat Cheerleaders Spirit Spotlight.
What is the number one thing people look for when buying a used car? Trust. If you can't trust the person you buy your vehicle from, you can end up with a lemon. Steve Holland at Holland Auto Sales has been Harrisonville's trusted name for used cars since 1984. That's over 30 years in business, earning your trust and giving you confidence that he will be around for your family for years to come. Next time you're in the market for a vehicle, think about the used car dealer that has been around longer than any other. Holland Auto Sales on Commercial, just past Price Chopper.
Harrisonville Wildcats post-game headquarters, Forged by Fire Kitchen and Tap House, is open late to feed your hunger after every Wildcat win, home or away. No matter if it's appetizers to dissect the game or a full meal to celebrate, Forged by Fire is your stop. Try some fried pickles or wings, fill up on the half-pound Boss Burger, or go all out with a hand-cut, made-to-order 16-ounce Kansas City strip. After tonight's game, go to the Harrisonville's premier sit-down restaurant, Forged by Fire Kitchen and Tap House, in the Price Chopper Shopping Center.
Why spend hours and hours scouring the internet looking for the best insurance prices when Stafford and Stafford Insurance can do it for you? They have over 40 employees and agents working for you and your family to match you with the right insurances to have you covered. No matter if it's auto, business, health, life, or home insurance, they will match you with what best fits you and your budget. So stop working so hard and work smart. Give Stafford and Stafford Insurance a call at 816-884-4800 and take the work out of insurance.
Free donuts. Yep, that's right. Fuel up at Sapp Brothers Truck Stop and get a free donut. If donuts are not your thing, wait, what someone doesn't like donuts? Anyway, they do have a full menu of lattes, hot and iced coffees for that caffeine jolt you may need in the early mornings, afternoon pick-me-ups, or late-night work. Bring the kids 12 and under in on Thursdays from 3 to 5 for the Build Your Donut Night. At Dunkin' Donuts, located inside the new Sapp Brothers Truck Stop on the Highway 7 exit, there's a little something for the whole family and convenience to boot with a drive-thru and open 24 hours.
Harrisonville's newest paper is your best place for area news and coverage of Harrisonville sports. Dedicated to giving you the stories that are at the heart of the community and business profiles so you can get to know local businesses, they are becoming Harrisonville's go-to news source. With distribution at several local businesses and with subscriptions available, get your hands on Harrisonville's hottest commodity, a copy of the Harrisonville Star, today.
Now with 2 locations in Harrisonville and Belton, your premier pre-owned dealers at Show Me Auto Mall have made buying a car, truck, or SUV even easier. The crew at Show Me Auto Mall wants to make sure you experience hassle-free sales with premier pre-owned cars. With the Show Me Edge warranty, you have a peace of mind that Show Me will take care of you. So when you're in the market for a vehicle, go experience the Show Me difference in Harrisonville across from Walmart or the new location in Belton across from Chipotle.
Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center in Harrisonville takes the hassle out of buying home appliances. They will save you time and money and give you the same selection as the marts up in the city. So instead of spending hours driving north searching for a great deal, go see the crew at Troby's right here in Harrisonville and get friendly hometown service at affordable prices. With 3 generations of Troby's helping, it's a true hometown business, happy to make you feel like part of the family. Go see them today on Plaza Drive right behind Hawthorne Bank.
From small jobs like an oil change or big ones like fixing a transmission, Young's Auto Repair will get you back up and running in no time. A knowledgeable, friendly staff with a family raised in Harrisonville, Michelle and William know small-town friendly service and good craftsmanship is the key to keeping customers happy and coming back again. So next time you need a tune-up or an alignment with their state-of-the-art alignment machine, give Young's a call at 816-380-6008 or stop in and visit them at 1312 South Commercial, right next to Santa Fe Glass.
Friendly faces and bright smiles greet you every time you walk into one of the 4 Sherwood Community Bank locations in Creighton, Urick, Garden City, or Harrisonville. A full-service bank with new internet banking options to track your accounts and many loan options. That makes Sherwood Community Bank Harrisonville's premier bank. They are the only locally owned bank, and you know your neighbors are taking care of you and your assets. When it's time for a new bank account or a loan for a home or car, think local and think Sherwood Community Bank, member FDIC.
All right, welcome back. A couple of minutes before we go to second half action. The Harrisonville Wildcats trail 7-0 at the half. And, you know, Gary, we were talking a little bit in the break there. Just, there's good, but there's bad. The time of possession thing is big here, but you got a long halftime, kind of get your breath back, so to speak, defensively. But offensively, they got to adjust at halftime, find some wrinkles that they saw that they can do. You know, the one thing we talked about is the pass has been there a little bit more than the run. but you can't become just a one-dimensional team, because Webb City will eat you alive.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I think if we come out and establish a little bit of a pass, you know, again, this is going to be Meeks and Maxwell. They're the coaches of this team because they are talented, because they are good. And so they've always been able to make adjustments, or we're hoping that they'll be able to make some adjustments that they will be able to produce something in the second half. I think, though, that, you know, you get a little bit of a pass. It seems to have been open in the first half. That will open up a little bit more of the run game. And because when all you're doing is running most of the time, they can put 9-10 in the box, and it's difficult to run to that.
You listen to high school football on 4Ts.com, watching on 4Ts.com, as well as Fidelity Local Channel 6. It is your halftime show, brought to you by our good friends at the Sapp Brothers Truck Stop Complex, your one-stop shop for food, eats, caffeine, whatever it may be, or gas. The Sapp Brothers Truck Stop Complex has you covered with a Dunkin' Donuts for the coffee, a sit-down restaurant in the Apple Barrel for some food, or just some snacks at the 24-hour truck stop, or a service center to fix a flat. It is the Sapp Brothers Truck Stop Complex. As we got a 3-minute warning, so to speak, on the clock, as the officials will get out here and give the mark on when to start that 3-minute time on the clock. And they are showing it right now. They're telling them to put 3 minutes up there. So we will see. 30 minutes. We don't want a 30-minute halftime as they pop that up there. But, you know, Gary, there's good and there's bad. We talk about it. You would have liked to get those points. You had the ball down at the 10-yard line. Right before the half, you got the turnover. But you got to look at the bright side. You're only down 7-0, and they had the ball for 15 minutes of that first half, or more than that, actually, 18 minutes.
And like we said in the very beginning of the game, or before the game started when we were talking in the pregame, we have come out in the second half and taken a long drive in for a touchdown the last several weeks. Did it last week. And so that's, if we can do that, then we're going to set the tone for the second half. Now, Webb City's going to be prepared for that. You know, it's not going to be like some other teams, but if we can go in and we can make a touchdown, tie this up, it's going to make a lot of things different in the second half, especially for Webb City.
Yeah, and you know, if you're the Cardinals from Webb City, you know you got to feel like you're in good position. You're on the road. You're up 7-0. You controlled the first half, even though you're only up 7-0. So, you know, both teams got things that they did well in the first half, but you know, you got 24 minutes for a date with a semifinal date with either Moberly or Platte County, who are both playing tonight. I did not see that score. Crazy score I did see is Fort Osage up 14-7 on Staley. A lot of people think Staley the Class 5 favorite going into that quarterfinal matchup. So if we see the Platte County score, we will let you know. But right now the score of this one is 7-0 at the halftime. Winner, I believe if Webb City was to win, they would host either Platte County or Moberly. If Harrisonville was to win, they would play at Platte County and host Moberly with the way the playoff schedule works. I thought Harrisonville would be able to host either one, but in the semifinal round, if you didn't host the quarterfinal, you do get to host the semi if your opponent hosted the quarterfinal round. So that supersedes the top of the bracket, even though they'd both have hosted 3 games this playoff season. So both teams are ready for second half action. Cats are going to get the ball to start the second half. You've been listening to your halftime show, brought to you by the Sapp Brothers Truck Stop Complex, with a Dunkin' Donuts for your caffeine jolt, a Apple Barrel restaurant for a nice sit-down meal, or a Sunday brunch. Boy, their breakfast buffet is something to die for. Or if you just need a quick snack or some gas, they got the 24-hour truck stop and a service center open late to help you with a flat tire. The Sapp Brothers Truck Stop Complex brings you the halftime show each and every week. And stay tuned after the game. We will have our Max Effort Player of the Game, brought to you by Max Ford of Harrisonville. And we haven't seen too many spine tinglers so far in this game, but we could see another spine tingler hit from Absolute Health Chiropractic as well. As we get set for second half action, Webb City going to go left to right in the second half. Cats going to go right to left to start this second half. So the Cats are going to get the kickoff. It'll be Davis and Reynolds back to return it for the Wildcats as we get set for second half action. And here we go, 24 minutes to decide who moves on to the state semifinals. Burkett set to kick this one deep. High end over end kick, and Davis going to have to go all the way back to his 5, looking for some running room. He's to the 20, 25-yard line and drug down. So it'll be first and 10 for the Cats. So 11:55 on the clock. Cats trail 7-0, get the ball to start this second half. Webb City looking for that 3 and out and put some more points on the boards. Cats looking for a long drive to try to equal this one up. 2 wide receivers set, far side, right side, split backs in the backfield. Bird under center, and this time they go right up the middle with it. Ball on the turf, and that's not the way you want to start it. Webb City football on the turnover. And it'll be first and 10 for the Cardinals at the 23-yard line, just the way they wanted to start the second half. So first and 10 for the Cardinals at the 23-yard line. I don't think Bird ever even got a full handle on that one as it went from the center to Bird. And it's first and 10 for Webb City, just outside of the Wildcat red zone. Split backs in the backfield. They're going to pitch it back for Henderson, and Henderson tries to get back inside. Tackle missed, but picked up and taken down after a gain of about 5 or 6. Brings up a second down and about 5. Zack Davidson comes up to the booth here. Wanted to get him a little bit of warmth up here by this heater. I know what he was doing. Good story. We'll get to a story about Zack Davidson here momentarily about his connection to both of these football programs. Wide receiver your left, or wide receiver to your right side, split backs in the backfield. Link under center here on second down. He gives it to Henderson. No, keeps it himself on that mesh play. Past the first down marker, down to the 12-yard line. First and 10 down to the 12. Zack Davidson is the head of the Boys and Girls Club in Webb City, Missouri. So at every Webb City home game, he takes the 4th graders to the football game. So he now has a connection both to Harrisonville as a 3-year varsity starter, all-state player for the Wildcats, and now helps out the Webb City program as well. But we won't tell anybody. Shh. Split back formation in the backfield, Link under center. This time he's going to go right up the middle, Henderson, and Henderson spins out of a tackle inside the 10 down to about the 8-yard line. Going to bring up second down and about 5 for Webb City. Webb City trying to make this a 2-score game and change the total complexion of this second half. 10:35 to go here after the half. Ball down to the 8-yard line of the Wildcats.
Play comes in for the Cardinals.
And the crazy thing is there's a Zack Davidson that played football for the Webb City Cardinals as well.
And he plays at Warrensburg now.
So wide receiver to your left side, split backs in the backfield. They're going to go on a counter and walks into the end zone, Durant Henderson, and it's 13-0. For the Cats, down 13-0 now. Got to find something offensively, and right now the confidence level of the Wildcats offense is between 0 and 1, and Gary lost some sort of paper. Hopefully it wasn't his stat sheet. Kick is up, kick is good, and it's 14-0 Webb City, 10-11 to go here in the third. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back.
Harrisonville's newest restaurant is located on the 7 Highway exit at the new Sapp Brothers truck stop. Apple Barrel will make your mom smile with daily specials, a home-cooked feel, breakfast served all day, and a breakfast buffet from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. every Saturday and Sunday. Next time you need a good home-cooked meal, come out and see the friendly faces and taste the great food at the Apple Barrel, located inside the new Sapp Brothers truck stop, open from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. daily.
Hello and welcome back. Harrisonville trails 14-0. in this one, getting ready to get the kickoff. They need a big play somewhere, whether it be a kick return, a long pass play, but right now the confidence of the Cats is shaken. This one will be taken at the 30, and on the turf, Webb City recovers. And actually, somehow Harrisonville came out of there with it. Avoid disaster. It almost... Whoa, that one bounced around crazily and picked up by the Cats. And right now they're just shaking. Their confidence is shaken. They've got to come out here and they've got to get a good drive going on at this one. Ball from their own 30-yard line. Cats cannot get anything going offensively. Have struggled. They've put the ball on the turf twice in this ball game to turnover and an interception. 3 turnovers. You're going to lose a lot of football games when you play Webb City like that. Wide receiver left, wide receiver right. Bird looking to pass, throws it out. Picked up by the Cats. Knowles up to the 40 to the 45-yard line. Going to mark him at the 44, so a 14-yard gain by the Cats. Brings up first down and 10 up to the 44. That first down brought to you by Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. Colby Knowles with a good catch. First and 10 up to the 44-yard line. McCleve out to the right side. Knowles to the left side. Bird under center on first down. Bird looking to pass again. This time he's going to go down the sideline. Jump ball, no. Incomplete. Going to bring up second down and 10 for the Cats.
Pass intended again to the sophomore, Colby Knowles.
You know, and this is where, Gary, we talked about it. You're in danger of getting into a one-dimensional team right now, and Webb City will eat that alive. So you got to keep them honest here on this drive.
Yes, you do. But I like putting the ball in the air because I think it's going to open up a little bit of the run game that we need. Even maybe a play action or a draw would be good. Also, a screen would be well.
So wide receiver left, wide receiver right. Bird under center, ball from his own 44 on second and 10. This time Reynolds nowhere. Going to bring up third and 10. And you know, you talk about it. I like the way they went to the split back veer a couple years ago because they know that that's what Webb City runs, and you're going to run into Webb City. So you prepare against the split back veer all season long. You're going to be good against that split back veer. But the other side of that sword is Webb City knows the split back veer really well, and they're showing it defensively here in this game as they run the split back veer in practice every week as well. So third and 10 coming up for the Cats from their own 44. Wide receiver left, wide receiver to the right.
See, they went to a 3-man front here now.
And here we go. Bird looking to pass. Throws it over the middle for Davis. Davis has enough for a first down and fighting for more yards. Up to the 42, down to the 42 of Webb City. And again, I'm surprised. First down brought to you by Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. I'm just surprised how long the officials allow them to roll with that fighting for yardage. It's been a thing all season long for both sides. It's just a little bit too long in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm afraid it's going to get somebody hurt. See, now they're back to the 4-man front, so that's when I would pass again. Make them go back to that 3-man front and then run against that.
All right, here they go, and then they go right up for, I believe that was Reynolds. He may have got back to the line of scrimmage. That may be it. Brings up second down and 10. So it'll be second and 10 coming up for the Wildcats at the Webb City 41-yard line. This is where the Wildcats have got to get a score here, Gary. If you come out of this without any points, Webb City...
Well, they're going to eat clock, and we know they're going to eat clock, and it doesn't take long for them to get a quarter and get rid of this quarter into the next.
So wide receiver left, wide receiver right. Bird looking to pass. Throws it out in the flats and dropped on the near sideline. Laughlin had it in his hands. Maybe tried to turn upfield a little bit too quick. Brings up third down and 10 for the Cardinals.
But if you notice that pass play, all the pass plays, they have been open and been given at least a 5-yard cushion. So I like that. I think we're going to come back to it. They're probably going to go to a 3-man front again, 4 linebackers, but they still were able to pass against it last time.
So third down coming up. Davis Laughlin going to be flanked out to your right side. Split backs in the backfield. Bowers and Reynolds. Bird under center from the 41 on third and 10. And here he goes and pitch back and again on the turf. And that's going to be a turnover on the Wildcats. There is a whistle. There's flags on both sides. We'll see what they call here. Best thing that could happen for the Cats is offsetting penalties at this point. So false start on, it was actually false start on Harrisonville, and that is a turnover, which should have been, it had to have been illegal formation because a false start would have been a dead ball. So wide receiver to your left side. Link going to be under center, ball to 44. Cats 4 turnovers on the night. Somehow only trail Webb City 14-0. But Webb City going to try to put some more on the board in this one. And here we go, Cardinals, they give it off for Henderson. Nope, Link keeps it himself. And he's been good all night at selling that play. And he's gotten 10+ yards every time he's needed it. Down to the Wildcat 42-yard line with 7:48 to go here in the third. 14-0 Cats down in this one.
The ball to the 42-yard line.
And no time, no worries on time for Webb City as they know they just want to chew up some clock. 7.5 to go here in the third quarter, up 14-0. 2 wide receiver set right side, split backs in the backfield. Under center they go, and Larson right up the middle. He's going to get 3, 4, 5, and break a couple of tackles and get 11. Inside the 35, down to the 31-yard line. So another first down. And Gary, you know what you're starting to see right now is just a tired defense out there on the field. A lot of these kids playing both ways, and those 3-4 yard runs are becoming 10, 11, and 12 because these kids are getting gassed out there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they've been on the field the whole game.
So here we go, Link this time. He's going to keep it himself, look for a defender. He's not going to get anywhere, maybe a yard as he falls forward to the 30. And with 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter, Cats trail 14-0 to the Webb City Cardinals. Have not been able to get anything going offensively. You know, heard a lot of chatter this week about Webb City and their defense, that it's probably the best in Class 4, and they've showed it here tonight the way they've played so far.
Yeah, nobody shut Harrisonville down like Webb City has in the first 2.5 quarters.
So Link here, this time he looks to pass this time, and he throws it in the flats, incomplete, brings up 3rd down and 9 with 6:33 to go. Of course, Webb City down at the 30 of the Cats. You got to think they're in 4-down territory. Thought they, 2nd and 9, kind of a waist down, knowing you've got 2 more downs to go. As they're approaching it as their 2nd down was 1st down there. Can do about anything they want. So 3rd down and 9 coming for the Cardinals. Link up to the line of scrimmage. He has a wide receiver out to his right side, split backs in the backfield. On 3rd and 9, and this time they're going to go on the misdirection for Durant Henderson. Nowhere to go, and the Cats going to have a 4th down coming up. Ben Clary with the stop brings up 4th down and long for the Cardinals at the 30. And this is where you can't fall asleep on Webb City. They've got a bag of tricks, and they've got plays for every situation. And I guarantee you they have a 4th and 9 play.
Well, if you look at the number 6, through the touchdown pass is out on the left side. Could be similar to something.
Gaskill, this time they're looking to throw, and Link trying to be chased out of the pocket. He's still looking for a man, and he's got it for a 1st down, and that is Gaskill down to the 19-yard line. And that was all Cash Link right there, staying on his feet, waiting, going through his progression, and finding the 1st down. We talked about it. They've got a 4th and 9 play. They just showed it to you right there. 1st and 10 inside the 20 to the 19 with 5:40 to go here in the third quarter of this one. Coach Schenker talking to the official on this near sideline. I think he was thinking there was a hold there and nothing was called. 1st and 10 at the 18. Henderson inside the 15, down to about the 12-yard line. Going to mark him at the 11. 2nd down and a couple with 5:20 to go here in the third quarter of this one. So 2nd down, and they're going to call it 4. Ball at about the 12-yard line. 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter of this one. Webb City already up 14-0, trying to make it more. Wide receiver to the left side, split backs in the backfield. Link under center. So used to the split backs this way. Henderson tries to get to the outside and nowhere to go. They're going to have a flag. Looks like a hold on Webb City that could push him back 10 yards. Larson wants to know where the hold was. He's like, well, how did I get the hold call on me? But he was out here on the near side. It'll be a 10-yard penalty, push him back to the 20 and bring up a 2nd down and 10 instead of 2nd and 3. So 2nd down and 10 coming up. Mark it back to the 19-yard line. Actually to the 20, so it'll be a 2nd and about 11 for Webb City with 4:45 to go here in the third quarter. Webb gets the play from the sideline. 2nd and 11 coming up. Link brings the play into wide receiver set. Simmons out there along with Gaskill. Link under center. Split backs in the backfield for Link. And Link puts it on the turf, picked up though, and gets a couple of yards out of nothing. And going to bring up a 3rd down and about 8 for Webb City at the 18-yard line. So that's just kind of the way the ball's bounced tonight for the Cats as Webb City puts it on the turf and they're not able to come up with the football, or the Wildcats. Would have been a huge turnover. And the Cats, they're just clinging to life here. If they can get a stop in 4-down territory and give themselves a shot going into the fourth quarter, that's all they're looking for at this point.
Yeah, and they're still, they're not out of it by any means. We just have got to get a stop here.
Wide receiver to the left side, split backs in the backfield. This time they're giving it to Larson, and Larson getting those hard yards down to the 10, and he's inside the 10, going to bring up a 4th down, I should say. It's going to be 4th down and about a yard, and Webb City's got to feel pretty confident going right up to the line of scrimmage to try to run this one on 4th and 1. And here they go for Link, and Link inside the 10 to the 5, and another 1st down. Webb City with 3:27 to go here in the third quarter of this one. So the clock will stop as they move the chains. 1st and goal coming up for the Cardinals down to the 5-yard line. 14-0 your score. So 3:20 to go here, third quarter. Cats down 14-0. Gaskell flanked out to his left side. Split backs in the backfield. Link under center. Henderson, Larson behind him. And here they go. This one off for Henderson. Henderson gets down to the 4, brings up 2nd and goal. So Duran Henderson down to the 4, brings up 2nd down and goal with 2:55 to go here in the third quarter of this one. Harrisonville needs a stop. Webb City trying to make it a 3-score game. 2:43 to go in the third quarter.
To the line to go.
Simmons flanked out this time to the left side, near side, and up the middle they go with it. Nowhere to go. Cats in the backfield. Larson had it, and the Cats come off the end. Isaiah Patrick in the backfield brings up a 3rd down. Up to the 4. It looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage, so they're going to say no gain on that one.
Down and goal to go.
So wide receiver flanked out left side, split backs in the backfield again. Link under center on 3rd down. Look for a misdirection here from Webb City. And this time no Link, he's going to keep it himself, and he's down back at the 5. They're going to say his knee was down, and it brings up 4th and goal from the 5. Field goal at this point would make it a 3-possession game as well. 14-0 our score, 1:43 to go, and they're going to come on and attempt that field goal are the Cardinals of Webb City. Sergio Perez, their field goal kicker. He's going to line it up from about the 12. It'll be about as good as a extra point attempt here. Cats would love a block on the 4th and goal. The kick is up. The kick is good. And Webb City leads it 17-0 with 1:19 to go here in the third. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back right after this. You're watching
Treatment
high school
for
football on
minor
the
aches
local
and
Fidelity
pains
Campus.
starts with a family atmosphere at Schroeder Chiropractic. They want to get to know you and find the best treatment solutions. The family atmosphere in over a decade in Harrisonville, Dr. Schroeder and Dr. Sharp give residents peace of mind that when the aches and pains are too much, they can come in and join the family at Schroeder Chiropractic next to the Brick House Coffee Bar and Eatery right off the historic Harrisonville Square.
All right, welcome back. Your score 17-0. The Wildcats trail Webb City, and they've got a heartbeat, but it's faint right now, Gary. They've got to get points on the board in this drive. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah, it's do or die now. I mean, they have got to go down and score, and they can't really waste a whole lot of time either because they know that Webb City is probably going to try to take time off whenever they get the ball.
And again, the Cats muff the kickoff and somehow May got on the bottom of that. Webb City showing that they've got the football. We'll wait for the word from the officials. And it's Webb City football. 5 turnovers in this football game for the Wildcats. Not going to win you any football games doing that. You know, that's just a situation. Guys trying to make plays. The up man tries to grab that one. And it goes off his shoulder pads. That's twice, 2 back-to-back times that's happened to the Cats. And now Webb City, they can ice this one here with 1:15 to go. The good news is they can't make it, well, they could make it more than a 3-score game if they go for 2. But 17-0 the score, 1:15 to go. Up the middle, they're going to go with Larson, nowhere to go as Larson is hammered backwards. Webb City wanted a personal foul there, but that's just a hard tackle as the Cats throw him backwards. 2nd down and 9 coming up. I should say the Webb City fans were wanting the personal foul on that one. So 2nd down and 9 coming up. Wildcats clinging to life here, need a big play defensively. Wide receiver to the right side, a link under center, Larson and Henderson. They're giving it to Larson and they're going to throw. And down the sideline they go, wide open, touchdown, Wildcats. Larson over the top for 6, and it's 23-0. Webb City with the lead. That is what the running game of Webb City does to you. It lulls you to sleep, and you get caught over the top for a touchdown. We talked about that in our keys to the game, Gary.
Yes, we did.
23-0 the score. Point after coming up, so Webb City answers, and it's still a 3-possession game, but the Cats have not shown they can do anything offensively in this one so far. So it'll be 24-0 our score. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Everybody's schedule is different. Wouldn't it be great if service centers were more flexible with their hours to accommodate your schedule? Good news, the Sapp Brothers Service Center is open from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. and they don't just work on semis. They can work on your vehicle as well. If you work odd hours, get home after 5, or are just looking for a new place to take your vehicle, try the Sapp Brothers Service Center and be blown away with the great customer service and professional craftsmanship. Located on the 7 Highway exit right next to the Sapp Brothers truck stop.
All right, welcome back. Cats trail now 24-0. Third quarter has belonged to the Webb City Cardinals. 17 points in this third quarter, and it's pushed them out to a three touchdown and a field goal lead, 24-0. It's still a 3-score game, but that's a heavy 3-score game with 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions when you have 65 yards on the night.
Yeah.
So we'll see what the Cats can do here. And you got to credit, a lot of that credit goes to not to the Wildcats' offensive struggles. It goes to the Webb City defense that they've given Harrisonville nothing. And they're going to continue that short kick. Cats come over to return it from the 25-30. Right up the middle, they go to the 40 to about the 42-yard line. So a quick return by the Cats. Cats have had decent field position, just not able to do anything with it. 26.2 seconds to go before we go to fourth quarter action. And the score, 24-0 Webb City out in front of this one.
They'll start this drive between the Saints to 42-yard line.
Ball at their own 42-yard line.
Wildcats offensive minute coming out of the field of play.
26.2 seconds to go. Wide receiver to the left, wide receiver to the right for the Cats. Near side is Davis, far side is Knowles. Under center is Bird from his own 42-yard line. And here we go, Bird looking to pass. He's looking for Davis and nowhere to go. 8 up in the backfield, loss of a couple for Ryan Bird. Brings up second down and long, and Cats come over to the sideline. I think that's going to do it for the third quarter. Bird's working his way out there, but we're going to take a timeout. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. We'll be back for fourth quarter after this. Cats trail 24-0.
We all have a checklist when it comes to getting car care. No matter what is on your list, convenience, knowledge, affordability, friendliness, Colby's Car Clinic has you covered. Convenience is being right here in Harrisonville and taking care of all car care problems. From an oil change to tires and everything in between, it's your only stop. Knowledge is covered with having an ASC certified master technician. Affordability means they will work with you to not break your budget. And friendliness greets you each time you walk in the door as they treat you like an old friend. Go see Colby and the gang behind O'Reilly's in the Big Blue Building.
Everyone loves a home field advantage. Buying or selling a home should be no different. That's why the Hearn Group, Keller Williams Realty, should be your first call when you're in the market for buying or selling. James and Michael Hearn were born and raised right here in Harrisonville. They know the area and will find the perfect fit for you and your family. Mix in former Wildcat Tyler Hearn, and the Hearn Group, Keller Williams Realty is your hometown team with the home field advantage to get you in your dream home. Give them a call today at 816-797-0756 or visit them at www.hearnhomes.com.
All right, welcome back. Cats second down and long, nothing doing again. Brings up third down and long for the Cats with 11:50 to go here in this one. All Webb City up 24-0. Just got a score. Platte County up 42-0 on Moberly. I thought that wouldn't be much of a ball game, and Platte County has proven me right there. And right now it's looking like Platte County going to be traveling down to Webb City next Friday night. Obviously, we still got a full quarter to go, but the Cats got to find some magic and quick. 11:28 to go. Under center is Bird. Third down and long, and Bird nowhere to go. Looked like he may have fumbled that snap there, and brings up fourth down for the Cats.
Loose ball recovered by the Cats.
Oh, looks like the Cats are going to punt it away here with 11:04 to go in the ball game, down 24-0. Just has not been the offense's night for the Wildcats. Webb City defense has been dominating in this football game. Offense has done what it's needed to do. End over end. Crazy spiral, crazy like non-spiral kick there, picked up by Gaskell at about the 35. So Webb City has it from their own 35-yard line. 24-0 the score, 10:42 to go here in this one. So ball at their own 35-yard line for the Webb City Cardinals with 10:42 to go here in this contest. Wide receiver to the right side for Webb City. Split backs in the backfield. Link has Henderson and Larson behind him. On 1st and 10 from his own 35. And they're going to give it to Henderson. Henderson got 5. Wrapped up and taken down. Henderson with the carry. That was Jackson Crowley with the stop. Brings up a second down and 5.
Ball to the 40-yard line. Call it 2nd and 5.
So 2nd and 5 coming up for Webb City from their own 40-yard line. 10:15 to go. And of course, Webb City not going to be in any hurry getting the plays in. Going to eat as much clock as they can. Under 10 on the play clock on this one. Wide receiver right side, under center is Link. This is back behind him in the backfield on 2nd and 5. And Larson, 5 yards plus, tripped up after midfield. Jasper Davis saves the touchdown, and it brings up a 1st and 10 down to the 48. And again, Gary, these are just chunks of yardage coming from none other than just tired defense and those holes, you say, well, they're working it. It's just, it's harder to get up for each and every play as you've been out there all night long, and those holes are getting wider. The tackles are getting harder. It gets colder out there. Under center is Link, and he's going to go right up the middle again. 8-yard run. Perez brings up second down and about 2 with 9:25 to go here. 24-0, Webb City with the lead.
Play comes in for the Cardinals.
If Harrisonville goes on to lose this game, Gary, I think the one thing they'll talk about is just missed opportunities in this football game.
Yeah, and they had some opportunities in the very beginning.
So under center is Link, split backs in the backfield, wide receiver to the left side, and again up the middle they go with Perez. He's going to have the first down to the 37. Yeah, you're exactly right. They've had the opportunities and they've turned the ball over 5 times. That's the big key, and the difference in this game is the 5 turnovers. We talked about it before the game. You can't make mistakes against Webb City. When you do, they make you pay, and they've made you pay tonight, getting points off all those turnovers.
Yes, they have.
So 1st and 10 down to the Wildcat 37-yard line. 8:45 and counting left in this one. Webb City up 24-0. Wide receiver flanked out right side. Under center is Link, split backs in the backfield. This time they're going to give it to Henderson, and Henderson's inside the 25 down to about the 24-yard line. About a 15-yard chunk of yardage with 8:31 to go. Ball down to the 29 as the clock will continue to roll here. Link gets the play from the sideline. Simmons going to be flanked out to the right side this time. Henderson and Perez in the backfield. Under center is Link on first down, and they're going to give this one to Perez. He loses the ball. Cats just a half second late on that. That's a couple of that have been on the turf, and the Cats have not been able to come up with it. And it's going to bring up second down at about 11.
That's kind of the way the ball has bounced tonight for us. I mean, it's just been one of those nights.
On the 25-yard line, action here will be on the near side.
So 2nd and 11 coming up, 7:45 to go in the contest. Cats trail it 24-0. Wide receiver out to the right side, split backs in the backfield. Under center is Link on 2nd and 11. And this time he's going to hand off. Nope, keep it himself. Nowhere to go. Gets down about the 22-yard line. Multiple Cats. Isaiah Patrick in on the tackle. Brings up 3rd down and long for Webb City with 7:15 to go here in this one.
Well, I think now you see why some of those scores have been high. I mean, at the end of the first half, it was 7-0, but they controlled the clock, they controlled the offense, had the defense, I'm sure probably the other games, and when you get tired, then you start scoring in the second half.
So wide receiver flanked out to the near side, and Link looking to go with it, and nowhere to go. Shrugged down from behind, and it brings up 4th down.
Somebody throws you on the far side, he'll be wrapped up.
Was Ben Clary on the tackle. Brings up 4th down and 9 for Webb City with 6:35 to go. 24-0. Webb City up on the Wildcats. And again, they've got a 4th and 9 play somewhere in there, Gary, and you just got to be ready for it on this one.
Well, they're going to either draw it up on the sidelines because they're going to call a timeout here in just a minute when the clock runs down, and then we'll find out whether they're going to kick or they're going to go for another one of their prick plays.
Yeah, and we'll keep it right here on this timeout. But this is one of the things, Gary, we talked about it with Harrisonville throughout the year, is we've said, maybe this is the time you try for that long field goal. They've only had 2 field goal attempts coming into tonight. He was 1 for 2 from distance on field goals. Maybe they're thinking, hey, do we try a long field goal here? We're up 24-0. There's only a little over 6 minutes to go in the contest because, as you get farther on in the playoffs, you may need that 3 points. We saw it last week. We needed 3 points, and that ended up being the difference in the game was the Sona's kick.
And I really hated it that I wanted to go back to last week. We had talked about that, and that 3 points was the difference in the game. I mean, and so that is what I was so proud. We've come so far through the whole year, through last week, Sasona's kicking a field goal. And so, I mean, the guys have come a long ways. No matter what happens here, this has been an excellent season for us, and I'd like to see it continue. We've still got 6:10 left to go, but looks like they're going to end up trying to go for it.
Go for it. 2 wide receiver set out to the near side, left side, split back to the backfield. Link under center, and Link nowhere to go. Is chased out of the pocket. Is he going to stay out? And he throws a jump ball incomplete into the end zone. So the Cats hold on 4th down, and they'll have it with 6:03 to go here in the contest. Down 24-0. 6:03 to go in this one. So the Cats will get it from the 23-yard line, their own 23 here on this one. And, you know, you got to give this Harrisonville defense a lot of credit, too, only allowing 24 points so far on the night, as they've got to be dog-tired out there with the time of possession in this ball game, teetering crazily in the favor of Webb City. Cats going to go with a 2 wide receiver set to the near side here. Right side, split backs in the backfield. Now Bauer's going to come out of the backfield and go off the end and pitch it back for Reynolds, and the ball on the turf again. It's about the 5th time the Cats have not been able to pitch that ball. They've lost it several times and almost lost it again there. Brings up 2nd down and long for the Cats.
Number 80, Tucker Friend, the linebacker.
So brings up 2nd down for the Cats and long.
To the 16-yard line between the teams.
And the one thing I'd say I was surprised about is after that first series of the second half, the way Webb City's been in the backfield, they haven't switched up and gone to that shotgun formation. Bird under center on 2nd and long, looking to pass. And hammered in the backfield, nowhere for Ryan Bird to go. Brings up 3rd down and peculiar for the Cats with 5:10 to go in the contest. So ball from their own 9 here. 3rd and 23 for the Wildcats. Bird gets the play from the sideline with 4:50 to go here in the 4th quarter, and the Cats down 24-0. 2 wide receiver set to the near side, Bird under center. And they're going to pitch it back now. Bowers looking to throw. He's going to throw it over for Davis, and incomplete just behind Davis. And it brings up 4th down for the Cats with 4:36 to go. Clock will stop. Cats will have to punt here on 4th down and forever.
Receiver was Jasper Davis.
So 4th and long for the Cats. Going to have to punt out of his own end zone is Ryan Bird.
Wildcats will show punt formation.
Stands about 3 yards deep out of his own end zone here. They shift it over. He's going to try that maybe rugby style kick, get a nice good roll. Instead, he's going to go with a high end over end kick. Fair caught from the 45 of the Cats. So Gaskell's going to fair catch it. Ball at the 43 of the Wildcats. 4:31 to go in the contest. And Webb City up 24-0 over the Wildcats. Lincoln Company on the sideline here. Brings his team in. Looks like he's going to have a couple of different running backs in on this one. We'll see.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Webb City Cardinals, as they have it inside Wildcat territory.
So it looks like Gettings is going to be in the backfield.
Let's see your cash Link under center. Here they go.
See who the other one is here on 1st and 10. Link hands it off to Gettings, and Gettings goes to the outside, nowhere to go. Cats trying to get a strip.
That's Jacob Gettings.
Brings up 2nd down and 10. 4:20 to go. So the clock is rolling on the Wildcat season, down 24-0. Gary, you know, you talked about it, a lot of similarities this year and last year. You feel, you know, this program's in good hands with Coach Maxwell. 4 years in a row, 4 district titles. He's got a state title to his name. Been to the quarterfinals each and every year. One of the last 8 standing. You can't take anything away from this Harrisonville program. that second down run, gets down to about the 41-yard line.
No, you can't. You got to be proud of the kids at what they've accomplished this year, because this year, just like last year, they had to come through some adversity. It was difficult, but they did it. And look, they're in the semifinals, so they have. I mean, what? There's 4 teams in Class 4 that are playing it. Well, no, I guess 8. 4 on this side of the state. So, I mean, I'm proud to be part of the program here and watch them play.
Perez runs it right up the middle for about 4 or 5. We're going to bring up 4th down and a couple for Webb City here. The ball at the 35-yard line, 3:05 to go here in this contest. You know, and you talk about it is they give themselves a shot every single year. And you take nothing away from this Webb City program. They've won 13 state titles. They've won. These two teams have been in these two teams have been in all 7 of the last state championship games, and they've won 6 of them. That tells you a little bit, as there's a Webb City player down on the far side of the field. But that tells you about this program, and it tells you about Harrisonville's program. They won the state title last year. Webb City won 5 in a row. Kearney won the one in between them. But if you go back, we talked about it in the pregame show, one of these two teams has won a state title or played in the state championship game 13 out of the last previous 15 seasons, some crazy stat like that. We have it down here. They were 14 out of the last 15 years, one of these two teams played in the state championship game, and that is insane. And you go back, 7 state titles since 2002 for Webb City, 5 for Harrisonville. These are your premier Class 4 programs in the state of Missouri.
Well, and I really wish that a lot of those years they would have played each other in the state game rather than in the semis or quarters, because I think a lot of times that would have been that really was the state game when it all came down to it.
And you know, at some point, I know Misha uses that travel excuse, like too far traveling to reseed them, but at the point, the way it has gone the last 20 years in Class 4 is we got a 4th down and 2 coming up with Link under center here, and they're going to go right up the middle, nowhere to go. No, Link keeps it himself. He does get the 1st down, and again, he sells that so well, Gary, as you thought it was going right up the middle, and instead it's a 1st down for Cash Link inside the 20-yard line. They're going to mark him just shy, it looks like, in the 20. So 1st and 10 for Webb City down to the 21-yard line. But you know,
42-7, Platte County over Moberly.
You give yourself that shot every single year, and I like what you said too. Is you wish it wasn't always Webb City in the quarterfinals. You're gonna have to face. You go the other way. You got to face them. You got to beat them sometime. Why not? Wherever you beat them. But I get what you're saying, because your best teams aren't always getting to the state championship.
Correct.
Game.
That's what I was trying to say. Absolutely.
So 1st and 10 here, Link, and he's gonna hand it off up the middle, Gettings, and Gettings is going to have about 3 yards, 2:15 to go here in the contest. Cats trail 24-0. But Mish always says, well, there's too much travel if you reseed them. What happens if you have Platte County playing Poplar Bluff in the 1st round? Well, you have to deal with that, but you give the fans and you give everybody the best set of playoffs when you can reseed the top 16 teams.
Yeah, and I think that's what really you won in the state championship game, is the best 2 teams out of the state. Sometimes it's difficult to get it there, though.
So wide receiver flanked out to the right side. Link under center here on 2nd down. And again, Gettings nowhere to go. Cats defense still playing strong here, and somehow Joe Bowers came out of there. But again, okay, so that would seem like a quicker whistle that time. So you never know. 1:25 to go here in the contest. 3rd down coming up. 24-0 the score. And the story of this game is the Webb City defense.
Oh, it truly is. I mean, and we'll see that, and when you do the post game, we'll see why probably they're now going to be 13-0.
So 3rd down and about 5 coming up from the 16-yard line. 1 minute to go here in the contest, as Webb City will have to run a couple of more plays. They let it roll all the way down and call a timeout. So 3rd down and 5. So we'll take a 30-second timeout as well. Cats trail 24-0 with 52 seconds left.
The easiest place to buy a car just got easier. Max Ford of Harrisonville is getting rid of its 2017 inventory and offering 72 months, 0% interest, and a $1,000 trade allowance with approved credit. If this isn't in your budget, they have over 800 cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from so you can cruise through town in style. If you've been on the fence about buying, now is the time. So go to maxmotors.com while you watch the Wildcats, find a car, and head out to Max Ford tomorrow to get rolling down the road. And stay tuned after the game for our Max Effort Player of the Game.
All right, welcome back. 3rd down and 5 coming up for the Cardinals. 52 seconds left in this one. 24-0. Webb City with the lead in the 3rd quarter, and the turnovers. The difference in this ball game was 7-0 at the half. And then after the 3rd quarter, 17 points scored by Webb City has been the difference in this one, and the Wildcat turnover. So 3rd and 5 coming up under center. Webb City here on 3rd and 5. And up the middle they're going to go with it. Nowhere to go. New quarterback into the Cade Hicks, the sophomore, brings up a 4th down and about 4 with 38 seconds to go. So Webb City going to have to at least snap it one more time.
Officials front of the ball at 15-yard line.
So 24-0 the score. Cats trail. Ball at the 15-yard line. Webb City will have to run one more play here. Five seconds on the play clock. A false start may be called here on 4th down.
22 the ball here was Dylan Harlan.
So it was a false start on Webb City, so it'll bring up a 4th and about 10 with 5 seconds to go. Webb City going to win this one, go to the state semifinals where they will host Platte County next weekend in the state semifinals. So Webb City and Platte County for a shot at a state title in Columbia at Faroe Field the following weekend. So 4th down coming up, and that will do it. Cats trail. Cats lose it 24-0. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back here in just a few minutes. Cats trail, lose it 24-0. We'll be back with your postgame show after this.
So you're saying you didn't eat this ice cream?
Baby, I swear on my lucky shirt. I ate it.
Frightening bolt. Seen it, covered it. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Farmers Insurance, Brad Sainer, the Wildcats' most trusted Harrisonville Farmers Insurance agent who's seen it and covered it. Brad Sainer. Visit him in the A-frame on Commercial across from Casey's to get you covered.
Unlock it. It's yours. Please come to the booth. If you're missing a white iPhone with a pink back, the rose gold, I believe they call that. Come to the booth. You've got some new Snapchats. And the front image looks like it is a young lady looking at the wet pavement. If you can unlock it, it must be yours. Again, come to the press box. And fans, turn your attention to the screens for some advertisements and replays of tonight's game.
Center is a proud sponsor.
So you're saying you didn't eat this ice cream?
Baby, I swear on my lucky shirt. I ate it.
Frightening bolt. Seen it, covered it. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Farmers Insurance, Brad Sainer, the Wildcats' most trusted Harrisonville Farmers Insurance agent who's seen it and covered it. Brad Sainer. Visit him in the A-frame on Commercial across from Casey's to get you covered. Ready for relief? Absolute Health Chiropractic's professional friendly staff is trained to get results. Your doctor of chiropractic will analyze the cause of your pain, explain what's causing it, and work with you to get relief. They use effective, tested, proven techniques to relieve your pain and get you back to 100% right away so you can get back to enjoying your life. Absolute Health Chiropractic at 1908 West Mechanic Street in Harrisonville, or call 816-380-2436.
Carol Looney and the staff at American Heritage has been where Harrisonville's turned since 1981 for their dream homes. Carol and her staff will make sure you find the house that's right for you and your budget. They will make sure schools are right for the kids as well. Go see the team that goes the extra mile for you, located next to Sonic at 1000 South Commercial, or call 816-380-6161, or visit the website at americanheritage-realtors.com. All right, welcome back. Your final score tonight, 24-0 Webb City over Harrisonville. The difference in this ball game, two things: the third quarter and turnovers. It was 7-0 going in the half. Harrisonville's first drive of the second half, they fumble it, and
actually they fumbled the first three times that they either had the ball or on the kickoff. The third one was the kickoff that they fumbled. So, yeah, you're right.
And the total plays on each side is crazy. If you just look at it here, Cats had, I believe, about 23, 24 plays to Webb City's. I would love to see that. Gary will get that stat for us. But, you know, one of those games that you had your chances, you just couldn't come up with it, as Gary will get that. It was the turnovers, 5 turnovers when you put the ball on the ground, or you give Webb City 5 extra opportunities at points. When you give it Webb City 5 extra opportunity at points, they're going to make you pay, and they did tonight. And you've got those totals. It looks like
27 plays for the offense of Harrisonville and 72 or 73 for Webb City. Time of possession, and you mentioned that, 11 minutes for Harrisonville. There's 48 minutes a game, so that gives us 37 minutes. I mean, gives Webb City 37 minutes, 11 for Harrisonville.
They had 3+ quarters of time of possession.
Oh, absolutely.
So over 3/4 of the game, Webb City possessed the ball. And, you know, it wasn't – I know how it works with fans, and I know how it works with folks, is they're going to say, well, why didn't we do this? Why didn't we do that? There was nothing different Harrisonville could have done offensively in this ball game to change it, if that makes any sense. I mean, Webb City lived in Harrisonville's backfield, and the longer the game went on, we were caused to be one-dimensional, and that one dimension was passing, and that meant Webb City defenders could pin their ears back against a tired front five of Harrisonville. You have Ben Clary and Nick Cruz playing on that defensive and offensive line. When you have that turnaround and you get tired like that, there was just nothing Harrisonville could do.
Yeah, I mean, it's disappointing, obviously, but they have nothing to hang their hats down for this year. They had an excellent season. They made it to the semifinals. They played a very good, we're not going to take anything away from Webb City. They played a very good Webb City team. You know, you take away some of the turnovers that we had, some of the mistakes that we made, this game is totally different. I mean, it wasn't a lopsided game. I mean, by the score, time of possession, things like that. But really, Harrisonville has nothing to hang their hats on today.
They don't. You know, Final 8 in the state 4 years in a row. You state champions last year. I think if I go back in this game and if I look at one thing that changes this game, second quarter, ball at the 10-yard line, the fumble. You punch it in there right before half, and it's a 7-7 contest going to the half, and you get the ball. As much time as they had the ball in the first half, you got to feel confident in the locker room that we're tied. We got 24 minutes to decide this, and we're tied at 7-7. And then after that, the second half, the third quarter happened. It was fumble, fumble, fumble. And you can't give Webb City extra opportunities. And we did it in the third quarter, and they got 17 points out of those 3 fumbles.
I look, though, the one play that I think could have made a difference. Now, we've talked about starting fast. Harrisonville, there's been some games where we started fast, got ahead, or made them, or got an interception, or whatever the case may be. That 41-yard interception, the one that ended up on the 10-yard line, Davis a lot of times comes down with that. Had he come down with that, that was the second play of the game. We had stopped them, and that was our second play. If we would have gotten that, I think the tone of the game would have been different.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But like you said, you don't take anything away from Webb City. They've won 13 state titles for a reason. But that being said, on the other sideline, we've won 5 state titles for a reason. They've won 12 titles combined since 2002. It's a great program, both sides of the field. You're looking at the best of Class 4 football here, and it's 24-0. So, been a fun season, Gary. It brought you on, started out with some stats, and you've grown into your own as a color guy, and I've really enjoyed having you this year, and hopefully we can just make this a yearly thing.
Well, I got to thank you and obviously Jerry and the crew. I really appreciate it. I love football. I mean, you probably know because of my past with my son and everything else how much I love it, and it's just something that's in me. I love Harrisonville. I said that towards the beginning of the year. It's only the second town that I've really called home, and so I'm proud to be here. Enjoy being here and enjoy working with you. I mean, we spent a lot of time together when Zach was in high school.
Many a long road trips that we took together.
Yes, we did. And so I appreciate the opportunity that you and Jerry have given me, and hope those out in Wildcat land have enjoyed it. I'm sure I've made some mistakes, but hopefully if we have the opportunity to continue next year, I would love to. So.
Absolutely. Well, Gary, it has been fun, and for our entire crew all season long, it hasn't been a one-man show to get us on the air. And we thank the Fidelity guys as Josh and Ed have done a great job this last couple of games combining our broadcast. But for my right-hand man, Jerry Forschler, who's worked on getting this together, for Ron Allschlager, for Gary Davidson, for Chase Grammer, who's helped with some stats and some spotting this year, I'm Chad Grammer. I'm saying good night from Harrisonville. We'll see you in a month or two for some Wildcat basketball.